Felicitations, my family of fledglings and ghosts. It's so good to unsee you as well. My name is Damien Holme, professional disruptor at your service. How the hell are you? How's your weekend going? I've used my arms a lot. I know that sounds funny. I have done a lot of raking of leaves in the backyard and scraping of popcorn ceilings off the ceilings in my house. And my arms are tired. And boy, are my arms tired. I flew all the way. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I've done a lot of arm work. Maybe I'll get real swole and strong armed as a result of all this. Hopefully you've had a more relaxing weekend than I have and have not had to do so many choring, make your home look pretty tasks. But I also am so proud to say that our lawn has places for... Well, hello, Trella. Our lawn has places for grass to grow now, where before it was choked with leaves, and our ceilings are looking more and more flat, which if you've lived with bumpy, nasty ceilings where you look up funny and stuff precipitates down, you move furniture and stuff falls from the ceiling. Stuff just falls from the ceiling. Spiders live up there in the crevasses. It's gross. Acoustic ceiling is a nasty idea. And why? Why did they do it? One, I think it was supposed to dampen sound, which is weird. If you have a loud family, have a loud family. If you have a quiet family, have a quiet family. Don't make your ceiling bumpy to try to fix it. Unless you have like a studio, a voice studio in your house. But not in all of your rooms like I do. That is to say, not all of my rooms have a voice studio, but all of my rooms, including all of the closets, have bumpy, nasty, lumpy gravy, lumpy pancake batter ceilings. It's gross. And it comes down so easy. That's the worst part. It just flakes off for no good reason. I've given up on my lawn. Oh, jealous. I wish I could give up on my lawn. No, it's I like taking care of the lawn. It just feels like a lot of unpaid labor. I wish somebody would pay me to curate my own lawn. I don't know how that would work, but I just want that because it's a big waste of time. We've tried so many times to replace it with clover, and the grass just takes over. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, clover is very prolific. It grows at a very fast rate. It really likes to spread. It does a really good job. But grass will generally like choke out clover more times, more often than not, which it sucks. Yeah. Why everybody has grass lawns in the US? I feel like somebody in the grass seed industry or something won a really major, like they backed and some electorates in Congress or a presidential candidate, and they're like, we're going to make grass a grass lawn in every American property. If you're an American, you should love freedom, hot dogs, and grass. You should love grass. If you don't love grass, you're not American. It's weird. Why do we have so much grass? Okay. Tonight I am Big Brain D. This is my I have so much cerebral mass. It can't fit. It barely fits my hood. So I put my hood up to cover my enormous pulsating, throbbing with blood vessels, massive brain. and we're going to use this brain to hopefully play Abduction, made by the makers of Myst. Yadira, how's it going? Hi. Grumpy batter. Honestly, the concept of making flaky, lumpy ceiling just sounds so weird to me. And I've looked it up and I was like, if not for like really acoustic dampening, which seems like a really weird reason to go to the expense of putting a bunch of lumps all over your ceiling, like why do they do it? And the number one reason I found online is to hide imperfections. And I'm of one of two courts, and neither of them is put lumps on my ceiling. Court number one, make the ceiling flatter. If you don't like how the ceiling turned out because there's some imperfections, like put some spackle, put some mud and flatten it out, sand it out, put another layer of paint and make it look fine. And then who cares? Because it's the ceiling. Are your guests looking straight up when they hang out with you? Or are they looking at the delicious food and nice furniture and the carpet you've laid out? Most people look down, right? So why make your ceiling that perfect? And the other camp, which I'm also a part of, is if you can't make your ceiling perfect, leave it imperfect because it's a fucking ceiling. It's just a ceiling. If there are like little bumps and divots because somebody didn't mud it very cleanly, or there's damage to the sheetrock, or whatever happens to the ceiling in some sort of way, there's little dents here and there, imperfections in the way it was constructed, paint over it. And if the paint's not completely flat and smooth and beautiful, it's a ceiling. Don't go through the expense and trouble of putting a bunch of lumps on your ceiling, which eventually fall off over time. So stupid. Haley, how's it going? Hi, and welcome. Speaking of ceilings, do you have this kind of ceiling? I forget. I think I've seen your ceiling. I think it has the bumps, yeah? Also, shout out to anybody who's not following Haley yet. How dare you? Make this thing work.
It's time.
Oh.
It's time.
Happy birthday to you.
It's an old school
Happy
clip.
birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Pete.
Don't sing on Discord. Just don't just never try.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, that's all. Yeah.
Thank you.
If you think you can, you
Perfect.
can't.
Perfection.
Yeah, it's a bad idea.
We don't.
Friends don't let friends sing on Discord together. You can sing alone. Don't sing with other people. You see my ceiling, but also my little stream greeting mentioned ceilings. True. Yeah, I don't know why that happened. That's random. That just randomly happens. Linus, I love you too. Thanks for being here. It was so sweet that they did it, but man, the latency. Yeah. Oh, it's awful. In order to play this game, I'm going to have to go to my QWERTY keyboard, which is... it makes me so sad. All right, let's pop into game so that there's something on screen besides my beautiful mug. There's only so much of me you can stand in one day. News. Is there any news since last night? There's still a stream goal, if you're watching on a horizontal stream anyways, for a new camera. It's like a third of the way there. Your donos, gifts, subs, everything, all your little... your contributions, they all go into that. So I think in 2 more days, I get like a payout and we see how much more that meter is moved. So by the time I stream next, you're going to see a big chunk of that resolved, I think. Thank you to everybody who's contributed so far to a new camera since the camera that I purchased before I was ever a streamer, which is the one we're using right now. It's about time. Yeah, it's about time. We are playing Obduction, not Abduction, Obduction, which means to hide or cover or conceal. We are on a beautiful foresty and rocky planet, and we've recently discovered tech that looks like glowy bits, metal bits, and a lot of what I would imagine looks like poured cement because it's like pockmarky but also flat in places. This looks like poorly cast cement. I'm gonna call it, yeah, like concrete or wait, what's the right word? Is concrete or cement the proper word? It doesn't look like real stone that's been carved. It looks like it's poured into molds or fabricated this way. And we haven't explored any of it, but our goal, I think, in tonight's stream at least, minimally, is this red beam is creating a barrier in this world. We're living inside of a dome, and we're going to try to take this beam down and break the dome so we can explore more. Because if you go to the edge of the dome, while the beam is up, you're blocked from leaving. When the beam is down, you're still blocked from leaving, which is weird. But what happens when you touch the edge of the dome is you teleport to the other side and you find new secret hidden paths in the world. And that's what we're really after, are those secret teleport paths. But you can't reach them as long as the red beam's there. Concrete is the correct one to use. Thank you. What's cement? I know cement is kind of more of a catch-all term that means something that holds things in place. Is concrete specifically the stone, gray, pock-marked substrates that we find on city sidewalks? Because that's definitely what this is. It's not a natural stone. You can see the natural stones in this world are very different. Concrete's the material. Oh, cementing is a process. Oh, thank you. I learned something new. I love learning new things. That is what this stream is about. That is non-interactive, unfortunately. It looks so interactive. But we are entering some big ship, or gosh, it looks like a ship. Oh, and it's got a lot of the glowy. I didn't know the glowy was more than just these thin threads. See the thin threads everywhere, but here's a wide swath of it, and it's swirly. Can we touch it? Can we walk on it? I wonder. And there's lots of Geiger-esque tubes and metal contraptions and stuff. There's a cheese grater right there, so you can shred your cheese. But then it falls on the hose, so I'm not sure that that's great. I don't like putting cheese on hose. Don't quote me on that. There's lots of birds here, too. You can cement two items together with super glue. Oh, yeah, for example. Doesn't need to be concrete. Gotcha. Cementing is a process. Hi. What do you do, I wonder? Oh! It flashed a light, and then I let go. Hello? Hi. That's a big blue beam of who knows what I'm doing there. I can't. Oh, you can move this. Hi. I'll move you around a bit. Whee. Oh, it's really slow to react. But you can get this going around. Can we move this toward the emitter, I wonder? Let's push it out. Out. Toward that red light. Keep going. Oh, it doesn't reach. Of all the cruel tricks, why does it not reach all the way over to the emitter like I want it to? Where do you even go? How far do you go? Well, you go well off the screen for some reason. Come back. Can you come closer to the ship? No. In fact, you do weird things. When I try to bring you close to the ship, that's weird. It like starts to not emit all the way down. How far off to the right do you go? Well off the edge of the screen again. Weird. So there's lots of left and right action, but there's not... You can't get it to come out. I want the blue beam to smash the red beam apart. That's what I think I want to do. Well, that's a thing. There's... Oh! Can we make it shoot up into that, maybe? Can we start using this and then look up? Literally, no, you cannot. So, no way to track. Oh. I don't know why this always defaults to a setting I don't want, but what I really want is controls. Walk. Oh. It's right. It's not a setting. You hit caps lock and you're run by default. That's what I like. Oh yeah, you can touch the goo. I'm stepping right on it. Oh, it feels cold. Feels like wintergreen, but on my feet. And there's more cheese graters here. Love that. Okay, so can we get in here? Can we become part of the machine? Or just lie down here and let it use our luminescence? I don't think I'm luminescent. Oh, you can also, can you enter this one? They look like places you could just lie down and like crawl inside. If only Mistman would actually move that way. So rude that we can't. Intriguing. Certainly raises more questions than it answers. But I don't feel like we've solved for anything. We moved our blue beam around quite a bit, but I don't think it did anything for us. I want to go down there. I love learning about words like cement because they're common. Everybody knows the word cement. Many people use the word cement, but I bet we're all using it wrong. And that's the kind of stuff that I find really interesting. Words that, hey, if you thought about it or if you looked it up, you'd realize, wow, we're all a little bit off base. That's not quite the right term, or it's not quite how we should be using that word. And it's not to say that if we all gather together and start using a word in a different way, we can't change a definition. But for the most part, in modern times, because we live in an era where we're able to look up definitions of things now, it's different, right? We don't live in completely agnostic of our own language times where our use of a term or a word can brute force a new meaning. I feel like we have such a large corpus of all of human writing of all time that we can also always remember the original term for things and be aware that if 10,000 people start using a term in a different way, that doesn't change the term necessarily. In olden times, it would, certainly. We could just change a word based on a mass amount of the population deciding to start saying something different. Oh, have we been on here before? All these different paths. And I know I explored some of them last stream, but guarantee I forgot most of them. Ah, this is one of those where I need that emitter down. Right. I think we have found this one. Great case in point is a number of people would love to say when somebody says something that makes you think deeper on a subject. Like, what's a great example of somebody instilling a deeper thought in you? Like, we can prove that birds aren't drones today, but in the future, how will we be able to prove that the things flying in the sky aren't drones? It's a really interesting thought, right? It makes you think, what will happen to the future of our planet if people start making biologically equivalent to animal unmanned drones and machines? And what could they get away with using those devices? That's kind of an interesting thought. And so it might, and some people will balk at how I'm saying this, it might raise a question in your head It might prompt a question in your head about how could these devices be used, what sort of nefarious things could happen to all of us. Seeing a fox in the woods or a bird in the sky and not knowing whether or not that's a robot or a creature or an animal. But my point is, a lot of people linguistically won't say prompts the question or raises the question. They'll say begs the question, which is not the right term. It's never been the term. Begs the question doesn't mean you thought about something and now you have a new question on your lips. Begs the question. Begs means to lean on. It's a linguistic. It's a logistical fallacy that can be used in court of law. And in fact, lawyers can say, objection, Your Honor. Talk to the judge. The plaintiff is begging the question. That means they're leaning on or relying on the premise of an argument to be one of the reasons why the argument has been concluded. That doesn't make any sense. A great example of this circular logic of begging the question is the Bible mentioning that inside the Bible it mentions that the Bible is without error. It's inerrant. But the premise of the Bible being inerrant is being founded by the Bible. It's circular. It's you don't have an external source of truth there. So it begs the question there. You can't use that to mean prompts or raises, but people do. As far as the material called cement, it's just a powder that's added to the total that becomes concrete. Gotcha. It's like a cementing agent, but concrete is much more than just cement. So there is a material with the name, but it's not what people are referring to when they are saying it. Gotcha. Can't say, he fell really hard on the cement. That wouldn't make sense. Okay, how come when I use this from a different angle, I can't see the beam? It's only like when I want to see it better. Where on earth can I make you go? Can you just go left and right? Why is there this movement then? If it doesn't even look like it's doing this movement. Oh, is that up and down? Oh, that's interesting. I think it's up and down. Wait, can I get it to go up and then over there? Oh, I can. It's touching the dome, the top of the dome. Oh, let's make it touch the emitter. Oh, I think we can do this. Oh. I did not think this was possible, and then it was possible. Blast, says the... I didn't know we had captions on.
Be unexpected.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi.
Good.
Good? This is good?
But happy.
Yeah?
Good. Very good time to come here now.
Yeah? Who are you?
I am not know who you are,
Okay.
but I could use help.
Sure.
Watch.
I'm watching.
I am trapped.
Tripped.
Not can move.
You got a lot of these marks on your screen.
These beasts
Beasts?
called villains.
Villains? You call them
Yeah.
villains?
Much danger.
Oh, are they?
Just look around. They live below water.
Below.
And they are storing us
Oh.
for food.
Oh. Are you delicious? Is that why?
You will see as you go. Come. I cannot be here.
Oh, goodbye.
Find a way to me,
Yeah? Should I?
and I can
What can you do?
figure this out.
Okay. Goodbye. He looked awfully human. He just didn't sound very human. So he called what we've been pronouncing as the villains, I think. Oh, hi. You're back.
Are you waiting for some purpose?
No, just looking around.
Prefer you hurry.
Oh, calm down. Wow. He's so impatient. We've been calling them villains because it's definitely not the word villain, because that would be AIN, and the people at Cyan decided to spell this EIN. But guess what this guy said? He said villain, which makes me think that the aliens that were so carefully called villain are actually the bad guys in this plot. And they're called villains, which is just a silly, overtly obvious name for creature. Thank you for that. Let me take a quick pee break. I don't know why seeing him on screen made my bladder squeeze, but it did. So I'm gonna go do a thing. Go make yourself a sandwich, and let's convene back here again in just a couple minutes. Okay, bye. Really. But no. Because Escher says no, I cannot go in. Hero, you have to reject sweetheart. Uh-oh. That sounds like a dangerous gesture.
It's time, hero. Your princess awaits.
I don't think she's gonna listen to me. Either. Like, if they're a stranger and you're just like, you know, I met somebody who is a significantly better guitarist than I am. And I let them know, like, wow, I'm really impressed by your guitar. You know, I just love your work. And there's nothing in that that's subordinating me. I personally know that my skill at guitar is not as good as this guy. But I didn't bring that up in the conversation. Well, I'd like to thank you all for... Yes!
I saw you coming and I was like, what is that?
What a wonderful way to end it all. Look at all those umbilical cords. All at once. How glorious. What's here? Oh, the breaker. Hi. Oh, brutal.
I have no offensive sluts.
I've got not the right thing for this guy. Oh, please no.
I'm dangling like
I see you.
dangleberry.
That's a dingleberry. No, not me too. No.
Oh no.
So much for trying to help these guys.
Oh no. Both you guys got baited. Oh my.
I was being too, I did not respect enough. That was actually pretty hilarious. He's gonna fall for the bait. He's gonna get
Spotted.
deleted right now.
Yep,
Boom!
there he goes.
Single-handedly wiped the whole of us. There it is.
You have succeeded.
Oh my
I
god.
can feel the ancestors' wisdom at work.
I can feel more than that.
Pay attention, for you will never see this revelation again.
Okay. Let's pay attention, everybody. Pay attention. Pay attention. Hi. Can we take a picture of that? Can we take a picture of that? What just happened? No. No. I didn't see it.
Until we journey together again.
I don't like what I just saw because I wasn't able to record that anywhere. I tried to take a picture and the game said no. That's not fair. I have no idea what I just saw. I did not track those colors. Mars, why did you emote what you did? I actually don't know how to get my horse back up now.
Could she need for something?
I really need to delete that one. Oh, my big brains. I forgot to bring them back. Let's get my cerebral cortex at max. My cerebrum maximus. There we go. I'm ready to think deeply about this game now. Okay, we just lowered the barrier, and we got yelled at by some alien that I forget who does the diamond number things, but I think they're the ones who have settled this planet. And they believe I'm just going to say them the way they say them, the villains of this story are water-dwelling evil creatures that want to eat them. Fun. That's so much fun. Good for them. Well, we know we've lowered the barrier. Now this thing should be walk-throughable. We're not going onto this misty plane. We'll be teleported to the other side of the dome as we walk through here. So let's give it a shot. Boop. There we are. We're in some other random... Yeah, you see? We just walked through a rock wall. There's it looks like some sort of tram system, maybe? That looks like it's going to be fun to ride. I hope it is. Looks like there's doors in the way, though, which I don't love. But, yeah, I kind of like these guys' tech. The metal, the concrete, using the right term, and the glowy bits. It's kind of hip. Not going to lie. Yeah, good stuff. Okay, and I love all the big tree roots and everything, and it looks like it's not as misty or as high up as the other place that we were in, with lots and lots of rusty metal. But there's a beauty about this place, too. I will just say, the worlds we've found so far that aren't Arizona are really pretty, and I like them a lot. Arizona, on the other hand, I'm sorry, I just don't really like it. Maybe the point is to be so disenfranchised with the place you started that you're excited to get to these other places, the purple mushrooms and the misty clouds and everything. There's also like what looks like an older civilization here, maybe. These stone pillars and carvings in the rock and everything. Like maybe they're not this alien civilization, but something older. Or maybe part of the original world. Because I'm looking and it feels like maybe they're part of the planet that this planet got, the biodome got imprinted onto. Looks like we're going to walk through another one of these things. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we are. So this is just a short scenic route. Nauseum. How's it going? Welcome. Oh, yeah. We're deep in another ship again. Looks very much like the ship we just left. Except this one has, are these like little scooters or wearables, backpacks or something? They look like you would ride them, honestly. But how? Maybe not with my human body. They've got the cheese graters on them too. This planet must love cheese. Well, some part of this fell down. That's broken. Whoops. I want to ride. I want to figure out how to ride them. And how to grate cheese. I have such a hankering for a hunk of... Make me a quesadilla or something. Oh no, there's more broken stuff. This is one of the first games I ever streamed. Really? Interesting. I had never heard of this game. Oh, hi. Another one of these bridges. Hi. Hello. Do we use you to open the way? What is the way? Teach me the way. We have to make the bridge happen, but we don't know the right pattern to make the bridge happen. There's another one here. There's so many numbers I'm gonna have to input. And we know that these are number patterns. We just don't know what numbers go, which ones go where. Why this game? Why was this game one of the earliest ones you streamed? The first games that I streamed were horror games because I really thought, oh, maybe I'll be a creepy / horror streamer. But as I started to stream more and more, I realized how much I liked talking about like deeper topics, hot topics, controversial points, things that brought out very passionate people who wanted to talk very deeply and defend their side, and then sort of weigh everybody's perspective. And it didn't really matter what game I was playing, so long as I could pause. It really sucked when I was playing like multiplayer games that were not pausable, where the action was just live and you just had to keep rolling and playing the game, and there was like shot calling involved, because then all the talk I wanted to do had to not happen. It had to fall to the wayside. So I became a very different streamer not too long after realizing what it is that I really loved. Cyan really put the work in on it too with patches. Oh, nice. So this game is way more polished than when it first was released. They've done a lot of update work to it. That's really cool. I could appreciate that quite a bit. Swaps used to take multiple minutes back in the day. Oh, that sounds awful. We are on a newer machine though too, so hopefully things wouldn't be as slow as they did when the game was first released. Oh, this game's not that old, right? First game I ever streamed was Sniper Elite 4. I don't know that one. But my parents were super into Myst as a kid, so I got really into puzzle games. Cool. I did not have computer owning parents, PC gamers for parents, so I didn't get into PC gaming until I met friends who were avid PC gamers. And then one day I finally had the money to build my own gaming PC. It was only able to play older games and could only do so on lower resolutions, but it was at least a start. But yeah, if it weren't for meeting friends that were into that kind of thing, I don't think anybody in my family would have enculturated me into that world. It's cool that you had that. They even added new areas to this. Oh, neat. I kind of built up my brand as much as it is doing speed running of the Myst series. Interesting. I don't mean to make everything into a business thing. This is only because I am looking to make streaming into a business, or like content creation in general into a business. But is there a market, or is there like a pretty wide audience that's interested in seeing puzzle games, but you know the answers to the puzzles and you're trying to move through the game as fast as possible? Like, is it interesting for people to congregate and watch? Or is it kind of a niche thing? Just curious. Okay, well, I don't know the numbers to open up those things, but is there another emitter up here we can talk to somebody? Oh, hey, it's you again.
This desperate situation up here.
Yeah.
If you could please.
Uh-huh.
Hurry. I appreciate.
Yeah. Okay. This isn't even the same emitter, so you know I've moved, right? You're calling a different phone right now? So the place I'm at, it's you know I'm somewhere new? Is that where I was? And now I'm over here? That kind of looks right. That looks like the place I was looking down from, and it looks like I even made it to that bridge. And then this bridge I was not able to cross. Where I am. I'll stop.
I fear for safety.
I know. You made that clear.
You are not.
I'm not what?
You are making very bad decisions.
Bruh. I know your fear. It does not look like you're in water. You're so afraid of the villains being in water, but I don't think that water is a problem, personally. So, I didn't find any numbers. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here. Have a number. No way. You got to be kidding me. This has got to be fake. This has got to be fake. This is just like you do whatever. You could put anything in here. It is. It's totally. This is stupid. This is not real. Otherwise, they'd actually make you do. I built the bridge from doing nothing. That was no work at all. This leads back to where we were, right? We were literally already here before, right? Right. Let me just double check. Make sure that I'm going to the right locations. Yeah. We were just here. These are supposed to be like numbers, but they never give you number answers to solve these puzzles, or you don't find keys. So it's literally just a FAFO thing. You just fill the dots, and suddenly hoocha, you got a bridge. There's nothing to solve. You just like connect the dots. It's literally just connect the dots. Yeah, you just do that, and it just starts to fill stuff. There's a market of all of maybe 10 people. Yeah. For the record, at most I made $100 a year as an affiliate. Oh, wow. It was never about being a content creator. It was just about finding other cool people who like the same stuff. Honestly, and me too, like, even though I'm looking to make this into something that sustains like a family of 4 and trying to like get enough to make like food and living expenses and stuff, we're honestly not trying to find a bunch of dirty randos. We're trying to find our tribe. I just hope it's more than 10 people. Or if it is only 10 people, that one of those 10 people can give us $100,000 a year or something like that to make sure we can raise the kids. Yeah, he's creepy, right? I know he's asking for help, but the desperation in his voice and his lack of understanding that I'm stuck on an alien planet where I don't like exactly know where I'm going or what I'm doing. He's not giving me much in the way of patience and understanding. I feel like Rand Miller was pulled away from this grid puzzle, kicking and screaming while the rest of the team simplified it. Right? The rest of the team was just like, what if the player just made all of the connections connect? What if that happened? And Rand was like, no, that's not a puzzle. And they're like, but look, it makes a bridge. You connect all the dots and it makes a bridge. You just do this. You just have to do this like 3 times, I guess is what it is. You just keep connecting. You just keep making them all touch. Oh shit, I fucked it up somehow. What did I do? Where's the fuck up? This one is more FAFO, apparently. Oh god. It's getting messy. That one was added. Can we do this? This one's more like, hey, did I learn anything from that? Not at all. I just kept messing with it and then watching the bridge until there was a bridge. There was no puzzle. just mushed. I just mushed my hands on it. What's the word? Face rolled? I face rolled. Oh shit. There's 2 different emitters, 2 different swappers. Wait, what are they called? What does everybody call these ones? Sync things? I don't know, man. Oh, you can only turn one on at a time. The other one turns off. Just do the one closest to me real quick. Oh, it looked like it was going to grab the other one, but I guess not. Pretty weird. Why are they so close to each other? Not everyone is as smart as you are, Rand. Go back to being charming and making games look like New Mexico. He basically made the... I mean, if he designed the Arizona part, that definitely looks like what he likes in a world. Dry and arid and boring. Devoid of life. But I also don't feel like the choices he makes are necessarily, like, smart. Okay, I know where we are. I feel like some of the choices he makes, they're just cryptic. I.e., he knows what he's doing. If he explains it to somebody, they know what he's doing. But it's not necessarily guaranteed that a rando noob player is going to stumble upon the game and get it right out of the gate. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's here now, and I kind of want to leave it here and then see what else, or if I can get to the other emitter. It's this is not the right kind of emitter. It's the one with the cheese grater. Cheese grater emitters are the way to go. So I have to find how to get to the other one. I wish there was a more clear path from up here to the cheese grater, because I feel like I always struggle in this part of the map to get to World 2 or whatever it's called. That's where I want to go, is that emitter. And I always forget like the exact path to get there. Hopefully it's through here. Yeah, I'm not saying Rand isn't smart, but I am saying that I wish Rand was better at instructional design, because he doesn't seem to put people in the right headspace to solve his problems, solve his puzzles. Yes, you. For the record, I have 2 friends who interviewed him about abduction and missed. Oh, neat, in general. I won't send it until you beat this. I appreciate that. But my favorite part about the EP is my friend's wife very clearly has a huge crush on him the entire time. She's barely hiding. He's a brilliant dude, but sometimes if you're that smart, or if you're that smart, it's hard to design puzzles for the everyday person. Yeah, maybe. I feel like he's not designing puzzles for the smart person. I feel like he's designing puzzles for the person that knows the answer to the puzzle. There are certain riddle designers that also do this, so I'm not going to blame just him. But I do find that a number of people who try to write very puzzling, tricky, complex riddles or puzzle games like this, when they know the answer, it's very apparent what the next phase is, what the thing is that they're supposed to do. And if you don't know the answer, it can be very, very cryptic. But if you're the puzzle writer, you always know the answer. So it really behooves you to find people that are not you, smart people or dumb people, doesn't matter. It depends on your audience. You can find really, really smart people. But the object is find really, really smart people who are willing to test your idea and find whether or not they're able to sort out what you've been able to sort out. Oh no, can we not get past this? Oh my goodness, is this okay? It's passable terrain. It's just like a bunch of garbage. Interesting. So that didn't really solve us anything to come back here around that. But I'm curious what this one does. We're gonna take all of the garbage with us too. Fun. Let's do that. I bet we needed to do this one with the emitter though. The other swapper, so we could do a double swap. Maybe. My nose finally stopped bleeding. Oh, good. I'm sorry your nose was bleeding. Tonight's been weird. That's 100% a thing in puzzle design theory. It's a thing. Just because something works in your head doesn't mean it's comprehensible to anyone else. Right. I think that's really it. It's we're back in Arizona again. I don't think there's anything wrong with writing an interesting narrative or puzzle design in which it's very cryptic and confusing and riddly, and if you know the answer, it's easy, but if you don't know the answer, it's super hard. I find that kind of interesting. It's fascinating, that sort of design. But you must test it with agnostic people that have no idea what your thought process is, no idea what the answer is, and they have to try to find it themselves. And you got to test as many people as you can, within budget, to see if they are able to sort out your thought process completely non-natively. They don't know your brain. They don't know how you create puzzles. They don't know anything about you or the world or anything. They come to a conclusion themselves that gives the right answer. So this is not the outcome I was hoping for. Let's reverse the order. and bring ourselves back, bring the other swap back, and see if this swapper will swap the other swap in with it. I don't know if that makes sense, but the order that I did this in, I don't feel like it gave me anything. So I'm going to try it in reverse order and see if I get anything worthwhile for the endeavor. Because this is basically a dead end. Oh, hi. Yeah, this guy's back. That's pretty weird. That's pretty weird. I don't know how it came back, but it came back. Well, I guess I don't have to try to reset the whole puzzle. So this one's got the other swapper in with it. Let's give it a go. Let's see what happens. I'm not trying to dump on him. No, I love his brain. And I love his creativity and everything. I think he's really, really great guy. Key is to have a great team around you, which he does, and he listens to them. But the grid puzzle was kind of unhinged. I feel like a number of missed puzzles along the way felt like either they weren't tested properly or they were tested, but only after Rand and his brother, I forget his name, like told people the answer. Like, hey, try this puzzle. It's gonna be like a grid problem, or it's gonna be like a music problem. Good luck. But like they like gave something away that they shouldn't have given, or something like that. Just I have this sense that happened in early testing for some of the earlier missed games. Okay, so we're here. We know what that one does. It brings us back to where we are. What if we just use this one from here? It's a smaller sphere. And the thing is, like, I know how these swappers work. So I don't see this doing anything particularly grand. It has to do something. Right? Oh. Maybe we don't take either of these swappers. And, wait. Oh, this did it. Yeah. Okay, so the bigger swapper being out was the right answer. This is all left intact, and then there's a hole in the other side that we didn't see before because the swap has made this apparent. This was not originally here. Hi. What do you do? Nothing? Oh, you just beep. Oh, do we get on this and then press the... Oh, is this a tram system? Look at all these cool places all around here. I want to live here. This looks comfortable. There's lots of shade, lots of trees, some sunlight, glowy rock, tech, water. Yeah, I want to live here, please. Sorry, I'm not catching up in time. Let's... Listen, yeah, I know what you meant. Damien dumps petro waste into New Mexico once again. It's not me. It was already there. The waste was there. I promise. Mist 1 has some brilliant design. I feel like Mist 1's puzzles were awfully rudimentary, to be honest. I feel like the puzzles that I saw in that game, and get me... Oh. Sure, I can save the... Wait, can I save the game? Or does this game save itself? This game saves itself. Sorry, Jam. But you can use it to say hi. Hi, Jam. I feel like not knowing exactly what the puzzle game climate was like when Mist 1 was first released, that I believe that the puzzles in the game were cliche. And maybe they weren't at the time it was released, but they feel like they're, to me, like old puzzle ideas. Like the one where you're getting the electric to work and you have to press like a set of different buttons to reach a certain voltage, and each button is like a different number, so you have to like try each button to figure out what number it is, so you can add 6 numbers out of 10 together and you get to the right voltage number, and you need to find that voltage number somewhere else. Like that kind of stuff seems to me to be prevalent in other puzzle games. I don't know if Myst was one of the first ones to do a puzzle like that, because I only played Myst 1, like 2 years ago? Whereas for most people, I think, they played it when it was much newer. But I feel like a lot of the puzzles that I encountered were interesting, but they didn't feel like they taught me anything new that I hadn't already seen in other games. And I'm not even a puzzle gamer, so I didn't feel like particularly surprised. The only thing I was surprised about time and time again with Myst 1 was the control scheme. And maybe that's because I was playing without the manual, because I feel like it was a game from back in the era of games where you did need to read a user manual to figure out how to play a game. But like the management of your control functionality, like how you had to like look around on the ground in different angles than you would normally see to find certain things, where certain puzzles you had to not just click, but you had to like hold or hold down and maybe hold and drag to get different functionality than the click did. So left click did one thing, left click and hold down did another thing, left click, hold down and drag did another thing. And I didn't necessarily like understand that those were all different things you had to try for every puzzle. So that kept me back from solving puzzles a lot faster than I could have. Not because I didn't understand the puzzle, but because I literally didn't know how to control the game. And again, maybe that's all in a manual that I never read. But I don't feel like Myst 1 was really... I don't feel like the puzzles wowed me. The puzzles in Myst 3 were more interesting to me. I feel like they were more nuanced and fun to have completed. Although the Vulcan area or whatever it's called, I feel was kind of bullshit. And the big tree, most of the puzzles that were there to solve were fun, but there were areas where it wasn't a puzzle. It was just click on the right part of the screen to advance. And that feels very like pixel hunty. There are a number of places where I didn't know how to progress and looped for a long time because I was trying to find the clickable area that allows you to move forward. And when I found one spot where I was stuck and I just clicked on an area that allows you to move deeper down the tree, it was by accident. And in fact, from Myst 1 through Myst 4, I don't think in Uru or 5 I made this scenario, but in Mysts 1 through 4, there were times I progressed by making mistakes. And that feels kind of shitty when you try everything you can and at some point you just click or drag or do something wrong and you're like, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. And then that's the solution. That feels bad for a puzzle game to be able to solve something by mistake. Yeah. I love that you can solve the music puzzle even if you're completely deaf. Oh, that's cool. I'd have to revisit that to see if that's or how that's possible. That's a really cool nuance. It's very inclusive of them, especially for the era that game came out in. I'm actually almost completely tone deaf due to hearing damage. I made the world record on Myst all pages speedrun entirely based on visual cues. Oh, that's badass. The voltage puzzle is a common puzzle in computer science field. Yeah, I think so. Which, if you know who Rand Miller is very funny. I don't know his background in that regard. The voltaic age, that one. Yeah, the voltaic age. My biggest grief on that one was there's like an elevator puzzle. You're on a platform and you're messing with a few different buttons that engage or disengage steam pipes or something. I can't quite remember. And then you can do something and your character involuntarily turns a 180. And then you don't know that this happens, but the platform that you're on shifts in altitude. You turn back around and you see identical controls to what you were just looking at, but you're on a different level. And there are 3 levels of this elevator. But the game occludes that you're moving. It hides that part from you, so you don't actually know you're on an elevator. You don't know that you're looking at different controls because graphically they're identical to the previous floor that you were on. The designers did that deliberately. They're hiding this from you. And you need to figure out that they're tricking you, which doesn't feel like a puzzle per se. It feels more like a big fuck you until you figure it out. And then you're like, oh, I don't have to be like clever. I just have to realize that you crafted this whole scenario where they even manually manipulate your character. They spin you a 180 so you can't see the elevator move. It's dastardly. And Riven does this too, where they hide a couple of, and they do this in this game too, where they hide pathways behind doors. Not closed doors. You open the door, and that hides a pathway behind the open door. Nobody designs pathways like that. Nobody says, I'm going to build a hallway so that when this door is open, you have no idea there's a hallway behind the open door. That'd be bullshit. But Cyan does it at least 3 times. You bastards. The big tree made me feel like I'd caught another TBI. Oh, no. Idana. Yeah, that's the tree age. Yeah, the tree age, the puzzles were fine. It was getting around. It was honestly just knowing like where my character could walk. That was frustrating. And I literally felt like I'm going to go to a screen. I'm going to click everywhere on the screen. And then maybe my character will move. And literally I accidentally clicked somewhere I didn't think was a way that I could move. And the screen transitioned and I was in a new area. I messed up. And Idana showed me a new place. I did not think I could progress doing what I had done, which is, in my opinion, shitty game design. When I figured out the elevator puzzle on Voltaic, I actually stood up on stream and banged my head on the wall. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. That's not a puzzle. That's not a riddle. That's them knowing that they're going to do something that deceives you so that they can glean more like hours played of the game or whatever. So they can claim, oh yeah, this game takes 40 hours to beat. By the way, 1 hour of those 40 hours is you trying to figure out this thing that we've hid from you. I don't think that's a puzzle at that point. You know what I mean? Every Cyan game has its prank puzzle. Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. I'm getting a surprise Teddy. Excellent. Please say hi when you can. Surprise Teddy times are good times. I actually call this getting rivened when I talk about game design. Good. They should be held to task. Yeah, I don't know too many other games that do this kind of like bullshit where they're like, we gotcha. Or if they get you, if they have like a gotcha moment, I feel like the game should let you off the hook after a certain amount of time. Like they should mess with you and then be like, just kidding. And then you should realize, oh, this whole thing was scripted. But it's only scripted to, you know, mess with me for 30 seconds. And then they let me in on the joke and it's fine. Whereas Cyan just like never lets you win. That's the part that's kind of shitty. Is they'll prank you and they'll just leave it hanging. And you got to figure out that they pranked you. Whereas I like games that mess with you. I like mindfuck games. But I want them to be overt at some point. I want to feel like my world is turning topsy-turvy and something's dramatically wrong. And then the game winks and nods. And I'm like, oh, God. Gotcha. It's one of those games, you guys. The game's messing with me. Whereas I don't feel like Cyan does that. With regard to the whole door thing. Oh, yeah. This game takes 40 hours. In 3 hours, Rand Miller will break into your house, knee you in the junk, and run away. That sounds, yeah, that tracks. That said, I love every game they've ever made. Even a bad Cyan game's in my top 5. Interesting. I feel like there are games that I prefer better than the Myst series and Abduction so far. But it's more like these games are beautiful and the puzzles are really interesting. And I really appreciate that this is one of the first companies to incorporate beautiful storytelling, fantastic world design, and an immersive world where the game's puzzles are part of the world and not just like a separate mini game or whatever. Like you play BioShock and there are puzzles, right? But they're like mini games. Like you have Pipe Dream inside of BioShock, but it's a separate game inside the game, you know what I mean? Or like playing Triple Triad in Final Fantasy. It's a separate sub game. Whereas this game, the puzzles are like endemic to the universe. It's all part of it. But there are a lot of games that will beat Cyan games for me, and it's hey Tara. Calling out Chance of Sinar again. Nice. I think one thing that sets Cyan back there are a number of other companies or games that I prefer over the Myst series. It comes down to narrative choices. And I've mentioned this a few times on stream when it comes to the Myst games, is that Cirrus and Akinar are problematic characters. They have retcons that happen to them, and they're overall just they're problematic in a number of ways in the way that they're written. And the way that they were raised, it doesn't make a lot of sense that they've become who they've become, right? Unless Riven really emphasized that their grandfather got to them somehow and maybe like corrupted them. But all of the games that have Atris in them seem to hint, and then I think this is true of his daughter, what was her name? That he and his daughter are sort of like these white knights in this world. And they really don't. They say some things like, "Oh, could I have done something different, or could I have raised them differently, or how else could I have, changed the fate of the world and my sons and blah blah blah." But they really don't hold the White Knights to task, and the characters are so infallible and so lacking of personal development. You just don't know almost anything about like what makes the world tick or why the family is the way it is. You don't understand motivations. You don't really get a good grasp of the world mythos and everything. It seems kind of empty and vapid. Maybe the books are different because I never read through the books stories to understand. Maybe there's a deeper narrative that actually is more cohesive. But I feel like there are other games that do the same thing with the same limited cast of characters, maybe only 4 or 5 characters to the world period that matter, and there's so much more pathos and motivation and interpersonal development. Like we don't even understand how Atris relates to anybody else in the world, right? We don't know really how he feels about his family members. He doesn't like when family members do bad things, and he likes family members that don't do bad things. He loves Catherine, but we don't know much more than he loves Catherine. He chastises his dad and his kids because they're doing bad things. But it's like, it's vapid. The whole story in the Myst games is kind of empty. The guy that played Chucky is like maybe the most developed, most interesting person in the whole mythos so far, because he's got like this idea of you've got these Scrivener magicians that are fucking with his planet, and he's got a real motivation to sort of like do something about it. He's well fleshed out. Nobody else, I think, really has the same level of development. Hell, Myst 4 could have just been the last 15 minutes. The rest of it was so pointless. Yeah. Okay, let's catch up with chat. Sorry. My number one is still Outer Wilds. Oh, I don't know that one. Cyan also is always like 10 years ahead of anyone else graphics-wise. I do appreciate that. I like game designers that push the envelope and are really trying to do the most with the technology at hand. That's why, unfortunately, when World of Warcraft came out, I was a huge EverQuest 2 fan, because EverQuest 2 was so... They had shading and bump mapping and light, like spectral lighting and everything. The game was so like highly developed, it chugged most people's machines. And World of Warcraft was just like this arcadey, like shitty graphics. It was just like the lowest polygons, and they just did like simple like 2 or 3 tone palette for most of the worlds. It was just so pathetic comparatively. But because the world of EverQuest 2 was so complex and was not as pretty or cute as World of Warcraft, I think it failed on looks alone. It was like Nixon versus Kennedy sort of thing. Just like pick the pretty candidate and go with it. Chance is so good. Might have to try it. Have you played Heaven's Vault? Never heard of it. Christ, I have so many new things I have to say. I have to catch up. I haven't, though. I've heard it's like Chance and Tunic. That's another name I think I was given. Interesting. Heaven's Vault, amazing. Watched a friend get to the scene for the first time earlier today. Incredible. I was reminded of how when I was a theater kid. Oh, you were a theater kid too? Cool. I did that scene from BioShock as a one-act play in the theme of Gollum / Smeagol, arguing with his personalities. Nice. Mostly working out a grocery shopping list because my food stamps get loaded in tonight. Excellent. Atris is fundamentally a guy who loves his wife, which, okay. Yeah, I feel like there's nothing about Atris that is interesting except that he can write worlds into existence. But that's not a thing about him, right? It's like a mythos of the world. There are people who write and then worlds come to life based on their writing. And Atris isn't the only one. And that Atris can do it is nice, but when you learn that other people can do it, yeah, okay, well, what else did Atris do? He married somebody from one of the books. That's mildly fascinating, but they don't really dive into the particulars of that. I wish they would. I wish they'd explain how he fell in love with Catherine and how that developed and the ramifications of that, where there's social fallouts. Or they don't really talk about that. Not in the games, anyways. They had kids that were problematic. They don't really go into what that means, right? He punishes them at some point, but we don't really like learn a lot about that metric. He has a falling out with his dad, but we don't really understand the whole nuance of that either. And then he had like a positive relationship with his grandma. It's all these things that they touch upon. They give you the hint that there's deeper thought into the world, but either they never sorted it out or they did sort it out and they never implemented it into the games. And so you don't get to learn. I love the novels because at least the first one is a lot of, what if a man really loves a woman? Okay. My favorite detail is that her name is actually Patron. Oh, cool. He keeps screwing up the pronunciation and she just runs with it because she loves him too. Ugh. You know, I had a crush on a girl who I kept mispronouncing her name too. And then she told me, I don't know if she told me, I think somebody else pronounced her name differently. I think I said this in the lore stream. And I found out her name was actually something else. And I confronted her. I think I did. I was like, hey, you never correct anybody that your name's actually pronounced this way? And she's like, yeah, I don't think it really matters to correct people. You know, if they call me, if they mispronounce my name, I still know they're talking to me. I was like, I want to say your name right, though, because I have a crush on you. Obviously, it didn't work out. That girl was not Oz. So, okay, go. Oh, that wasn't the go button. Okay, go. Oh, that is. Oh, it's an elevator. I thought it was a tram. But it's not a tram, it's an elevator. Excellent. It makes cool, buzzy sounds. Where do you go? Nowhere? Is this... Oh, this leads over there. Cool, cool, cool. And there's another path over this way. Cool, cool, cool. I hate having two different directions to go. I hate not knowing which way I want to go first. We'll go this way first, I suppose. My real name is rough to pronounce. Not going to say it here because it's tedious, but my first girlfriend did it a lot, mispronounced it. I feel like if you're in a relationship with somebody, that person should try their best. Even if they don't get it 100%, they should get it like 95% of the way. They should get most of your name. I bet there's a swapper that pops up here or something, because this is a really awkward dead end. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I feel like it will. Or maybe it's really just to observe the prettiness. Some places in these games really are just dead ends to go like, hey, pretty, take a moment, appreciate the world. It's mostly annoying because every conversation at the grocery store starts with, is it pronounced X or Y? It's just like, let me pay and leave. Yeah, honestly. There are a number of different ways to spell Damien, and I super don't care how people spell it unless it's legal. Like, if you're going to bill me for something or put my name down for some sort of governmental work, I'm going to spell it out for you because you're probably going to get it wrong. I feel like the spelling with EN at the end is like the one right spelling, and that everything else is a variant spelling, but maybe I'm just biased. Probably everybody feels that way who has different spellings. What is this? What the heck is going on with this exhaust or goo or whatever? It does weird stuff when you touch it. But I think that's true. You know, if somebody says, oh, my name's spelled like Jennifer with a Y, it's like, okay, your parents messed up. Jennifer does not have a Y, and your parents went funny with your name or whatever, just for shiggles. Or it's John, but no H. It's like, okay, you know, am I going to remember that? Maybe just for you if you're my friend, but if you're not my friend, I don't know that I'm going to dedicate brain cells to that. Wait, what name? My ex knows how to... wait, what do you mean, what name? Jennifer. Max knows how to pronounce it now, and we're still close friends. Oh, good. Now that they finally figured out how to pronounce it, is it... Will you ever revisit that relationship, or is it closed off now completely? Jennifer. Let me take another quick break. Hydrate. I feel like I need some painkillers. My head is like splitting right now for some reason. I guess I did spend a lot of today looking up, and so my neck is like, maybe my nerves in my neck are bothering me. I was scraping ceiling. Some of you are part of the community that can see when I talk about doing ceiling scraping. It's a hidden part of Discord. It's annoying, and I hate it. I hate ceilings that have stupid, lumpy acoustic bits. She decided women were more her thing. Oh, that's a little bit hard to move past then, I suppose. Some friends, in a D&D game. Some friends, in a D&D game have a character named Joffrey, but awful. Cheating at Scrabble, clearly. Nice. All right, let me take a quick break. I'll be right back. Really? But no. Because Escher says no, I cannot go in. Oh, you're so fun. I want to make like a baby and spend 9 months inside you. What the hell? Oh, lovely. Yeti, is there anything that when you are with somebody or sharing a household with someone, you insist on doing because you think it is a role that you absolutely need personally to take on?
Besides making porn.
Uh-oh.
I do that.
Welcome. I didn't even put on clothes. I just, we're robing it tonight. Robe is clothes, so I'm clothed, but with robe. And I encourage you to do the same. Be comfy tonight. Comf it up.
You are my dad. You're my dad. Woogie, woogie, woogie.
Welcome. Wow. I am so in the stratosphere today. No guilds, no builds.
No guilds, no builds.
Not much 411.
Oh, a directory.
What do we see? Oh, how did you meet me? What's our backstory? You met me on the road to Markov. Markarth. I was headed there because Nope. Nope. Don't look back. That's the room you were talking about earlier. I saw it say don't look back, and I got scared and I moved the cursor around, and I think it made me get caught. And then oh, I do it, but I put me on there. Right? Get on up. Get on up. Get up. Get on the stake. Like a sex mistake. Whoa, that played out really weird. Please ignore my lyrics. Uh-oh. Let us judge. Stop playing the Red Dead clip. I love the Sex Mistake clip. It's one of my favorite clips of all. I think it might be my absolute favorite clip of all time. I really did not plan that joke. I just was trying to get my character on up, and I was like, "Oh, get up, get on up," like James Brown. And then I tried to rhyme steak. it was perfect. It was a great, unexpected pun. Jeffrey, of course, because EO. The way the Celtic spelling of Jeffrey. I think I was influenced by Game of Thrones there. Yeah. My favorite part about the spelling of my name is I was named after a foreign folk singer. Oh, cool. And I found out when he tours the US, he uses the English spelling. Whoops. Oh. Oh, well. Which, great, Mom and Dad. Thanks for nothing. You know, I have a friend who's named after, like, a Persian demon. He's Persian. He's Iranian American, and his family tried to name him. I think they tried to name him Paimon, but they spelled it like Paimon or something like that. I might be getting the particulars wrong, but the name they were trying to give him is like a common boy's name, and they spelled it in such a way that it ended up not being the common boy's name, but actually a demon's name. Something like that, and nobody caught it. I feel like when you're about to name your kids, you should run it by some people. And like, oh, did you see what the initials are going to be, though? Because it's going to be like blank, blank, blank. And look, it's like the kid's name's actually going to be POS, piece of shit. If you look at their initials. So that's not good, Or you should run it by people. Somebody more degenerate than you, because maybe they'll find... Maybe they'll find the horrible joke that all the kids are going to make out of your potential name. Yeah. Yay, food stamps, but they have a ban on candy and sweetened drinks. Interesting. That kicked in this month, which also includes chocolate containing nut mixers and drinks with artificial sweetener and juice with less than 50% fruit juice. Wow. Interesting. Listen, sometimes people are on painkillers when the kids get named. I think you should take a moment, take a beat. I think we should go back to the practice of, because miscarriages and childbirth incidents were so high once upon a time, we used to name kids like baby last name, Baby Smith. Welcome to your new baby, Baby Smith. And the baby would just be Baby Smith for like a year or something until it was like in the clear. And for a year, you could sit and think about, okay, what are we going to name this kid? And then you could come up with a good name. Of course, back in those days, like 80% of names I feel were just like off of some holy book or like the repeat of a name that's used a million times in the same country or background that you come from, which is kind of lame. We could do better. We could do better with names. Okay, is this a button? Just gonna bring this bridge up. Oh, it moved this. That was weird. So, oh God. Why are there so many emitters here? Why are there 3 different emitters all in one area? And then all of these bridges are broken. What a mess this is. Why? And these are not... Did these all go back to Arizona? This one doesn't. This one goes to the other place. But why does it look like it has Arizona rock in it? Or is this... I'm so confused right now. I guess we're just gonna have to FAFO this shit. That's one of the hardest parts of studying my family's genealogy because it's an endless stream of George and your last name. Ugh. See, that to me, it's like at some point, show some creativity. Let's see some real let's see some real nuance in names, right? Do something special. Do something nice. Don't just name everybody the same, like, basic. I know back in the day, cohesion mattered way more than individuality, but yeah. My water flavoring things are all on the ban list now. Oh no. So I get to replace 0-calorie drinks with calories or plain water, too much of which tweaks my acid reflux. Plain water tweaks your acid reflux? That's interesting. Where are we? This looks like a new part of Arizona to me. I haven't been down here at all. We're in like some sort of mine shafts. So I'm cranky about it. Yeah, I don't blame you. There was some creativity and they ended up with me. Oh, bummer. Okay, this looks like it did end. There's all of these here. And there's bridges. The bridges could help us out in these areas too. I'm so confused what all of this is going to lead to. Well, let's try the middle one. Wait, are these... I thought that this one was a cheese grater too. Maybe it's not. All right, well, let's try this one. How wide does this one's influence go? Oh, it grabs everything. Okay. We're grabbing everything. I feel like my name was uniquely chosen. My family tended to pick non-Finnic names, even in the generations that were raised in and around Finland, or like by direct Finnish ancestry. My grandma had a Finnic name, but it was from Greece. Like, her name was Greek, and they just, oh yeah, we can do this, can't we? Well, I screwed that up. I forgot that this thing spins though, too, right? Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if you can mess with the buttons from the inside. Can I stand in here and press something? No, it's too far away. Yeah. That's a negatory. Her name was named after the Greek saint. I think she was a saint, Theoclea. I think this is what we pronounced right in Greek, but pronounced the Finnish way. These are all different. 3 very different teleporters. Oh, this one's only to one other world that's different from the other 2. Maybe does this lead us to the high altitude rusty metal world with the bugs? Finland, by the way, of Greece sounds like an accent made in hell. No, it's just like, I mean, it's like anything else. When you listen to English, or especially American English. Oh, this leads back to Arizona again. When you hear American English try to pronounce words that aren't American English, you're just bound to hear them fuck it up really badly, right? Like karaoke is pronounced karaoke. Sichuan is pronounced Szechuan or something like that. Like, Americans are just going to say shit in an awful way. And the fact of the matter is, it's true of all the other cultures as well. Everywhere where somebody tries to pronounce a word from another culture, this wasn't here before, was it? They're going to mess it up in some way. So Theoclea, pronounced the Finnish way, is Tekla. You just drop a bunch of sounds and try to make do there. All right, we're just going to do the same thing we do with all of them. Do a bunch of goo and see how many platforms we made. We made three platforms arrive. Good for us. Okay, what else can we do? What if we do this and this and this? Do we get new platforms? Hey, a new platform arrived. Now what? Let's try this and see if we get more. Hey, that's all of the... What a stupid puzzle. Yeah. And that led us to... Oh, no. Okay, it didn't lead us to a complete dead end. Good. At least we learned something from doing this one. Water can be a reflex antagonist for some people. That's so weird. I feel like that is like the absolute opposite of evolution, right? It's like a defect in some way when we're 70% water or whatever percent, and then you try to drink the thing that fills the cytoplasm in your very cells, and your body's like, I fucking hate this. That's awful. That's a curse. Feels like a vampiric curse. Been this way my whole life, though it's gotten worse with age. Damn. I came away pretty lucky as far as names go for my first name, but my middle name is my dad's. Oh, yeah. That happens. Tribute names. I hate to say it, but our little has a tribute middle name, too. But, you know. We like family, and we would try to do some honorific things there. So, yeah. It's okay if I just drink with food. Oh, that's interesting, too. So water is fine as long as you also have food in your stomach. But I don't because I drink a lot of water usually. Oh, interesting. I'm reminded of my German friend's reaction recently. My German accent is by way of Seattle, Washington, and my German ex, who comes from the very southeastern part of Sachsen, he basically physically recoiled. Oh, no. I mean, accents are going to be they're going to do what they do. As long as you can be understood, I think accents can be funny and cute and a little bit cringe, but as long as you get your words across and as long as the other person understands you, that's all you really need, right? With food, it's okay because it gives the acid somewhere to go. It's just so weird. Like, water is neutral on pH balance, right? So why would acid ever come into play? That's the weird part. It's like your body is like, I'm going to digest this thing that does not need digestion. Makes me wonder how your alkaline systems work. Add content to stomach. Stomach make acid. I guess so. Hello, Oleg. The gauntlet area is complex. Is that where we are right now? It was meant to be. The villain... I hate that that's pronounced that way, but we're going to go with it. The villain intended it to provide friction. The idea is to slow down any mass movement within the world now that we have begun to have suspicions. So the villain are doing a good thing? Slow down movement? You'll notice that they have reformed and extruded entire areas to confuse and slow down any mass attack. Sounds like they're doing a good job. This person seems at least pro them. Your task will be to reset all the locks in the gauntlet before being potted. Farley. Please keep this to yourself. I used a shade of blue ink that is not easily visible to the Morfang. So she is anti-Morfang. And then take a screenshot is this button? Shit, it's not that button. It is this button. Yeah, that's the button. Okay, so I have a screenshot of whatever the heck's going on down there. It's like right, left, right, something like that. That's what we gotta remember. His reaction was, I have no understanding of what you're saying and why you're pronouncing vowels like this. Oh no. Water, no need acid. Right. If stomach already sensitive to too much acid, extra acid bad. Yeah. When did the Mofang become Chinese? That's their name. Their name's Chinese. You didn't know that? Let me look this up for you because I learned this somewhere during the course of the game, and I can't remember what was said. So we're gonna look this up real quick, and I'm gonna try not to give myself spoilers. Can we just? I'm gonna try to not look at anything here. Trivia. Let's just look at trivia because this is probably. Shit. Well, that was a little bit spoilerific, but it was the very thing that we literally just read about. Is that the Mofang have a difficulty understanding certain shades of blue? Can we get abduction Mofang name meaning? Mo usually means like some sort of. Oh, here it is. Let's just look at the overview here. An abduction, the Mofang are technologically advanced alien species named by the human character An Liang, derived from the Chinese word Mo Fang. So I've been saying Fang wrong. I've been saying it for fourth tone and it's third tone. Mo Fang, which means to imitate, to mimic, or to copy. They're nicknamed this due to their ability to mimic human sounds and movements, like the guy that we saw in the video who looks very human, but he's probably not. Yeah. Name is explicitly derived from Chinese, reflecting that the human residents in Hunrath named the species based on their observations. So I have to remember that Fang is third tone. Mo Fang. Wait, speed walk? No, speed run. Yes. There we go. Let's get the windows all correctly there. This is a cool detail. There's a specific shade of blue that isn't picked up by scanners, so comic artists use it to make notes in their work. Oh, I've seen that blue before, and I didn't realize that it was like to stop the scanners from reading it. I just always assumed like, oh, it's different from any other color that they'd probably use. But cool, that's clever. Good stuff. I've never heard anybody pronounce it other than what you'd call an American act. Oh, it's like Mofang. Oh, let's go see what the Mofang are up to, right? I'm an insufferable pen dork. Nice. Okay, let's do the middle one and take all three back with us, shall we? Yeah, I forget which journal I read it in, but they mentioned that it was Chinese for imitate or copy. That's just not a word that I use with the girls, so I didn't really remember it. Okay, so this thing is here with us, and it wasn't here before. So now we can do this same suit. I don't remember what the combination was, so we're just gonna FAFO this shit. It's like that. And that and that. I don't know. Just do stuff and press the button and make things happen. Hey, look at that. We finished the bridge. What a thing. What a cool. Okay. Did we solve for anything here? Why did we come this way? I made a bridge. Give me something for it. Was this the emitter? You could actually get to the emitter before you destroyed it, perhaps. Or maybe then when you get to it, you could move it. Maybe there's more than one way to solve the world. Well, now I feel cheaped. I just feel like I didn't solve this for any particular reason except to get to something that I already solved for. Cool. Well, there should be another one that gets me across to that one. So there's another emitter over there. What if we just mess with you? You're clearly not where you originally started because you've got different rock on you. So what if we do this and then we come back here through other means? I suppose most people can't speak Chinese. I mean, if we think about it, there's quite a vast amount of people that can speak Chinese. Just maybe the cross-section of people who play Cyan games and speak Chinese are not that combination's not quite there. Okay, then let's do the middle one. And maybe we'll have an emitter on the other side. Because there isn't, not an emitter. What are those things called? A bridge maker. Oh, wait. I walked away from it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean it. Teleport us away. Hello? Do the thing. Engage. I'll be honest, this was my reaction at a certain point in this. I always just made a couple S-like squiggles. Yeah, I suppose you just kind of mess with it and just as a thing. Throw random nonsense. I'm tired. Yeah. The only Chinese I knew, I will never in a million years type in your chat. Oh, is it vulgarities? Well, this didn't turn over the way I wanted it to. So this is wrong because this is encased in a bunch of rock I don't want it to. So what if we do the middle one again? And then this one should be right. And then we just use the one on the far end. Maybe it'll work. I have to crash out. If you beat this, I'm not going to beat this tonight. Unless you think I'm close. As far as I know, I've got a lot more screwing around to figure out what the hell I'm doing. But, yeah, sleep well. Thanks for popping in. Hope you have a wonderful night. Whatever it is you're doing before you crash out. Or just, yeah, crash out. All right, we're just going to use just the tiny one here. And leave the other two shifted. But you can always catch my VODs, especially on the red platform, the red play button. Got everything saved on a playlist. It's all in the Myst franchise playlist. Okay, so these two should be right where I left them. This one's still funky. It still looks like it's not the right world. I flip just you. And then come back here through the other far one. Because I don't need the far one to have the bridge maker. I feel like I'm constantly wherever the bridge maker part of the shifter is not. I'm making the wrong choice here repeatedly. So, no bridge maker. We won't do the middle one. We'll do the far one. This one won't shift the other side. I wish this effect... It's a great effect. It looks so cool. I just wish it moved faster. But then it also looks like there's like a loading thing on the screen that means it's loading as fast as the game will let me load. It's doing the best it can. No? Both iterations of this phase shifter thingy are they both have this rock around it, no matter what, and no way to cross that bridge apparently. So it kind of sucks. I guess we have to mess with this then and see what we can do. So spin you, and then. Oh, well, the bridge controls now work on the other side? I forgot that you could spin this room until like just 2 seconds ago. This is the world that made me angry for this game, all the swapping. Yeah, it's just, I know they don't mean it to be a time sink, but it is a time sink, right? It's like, it takes time to do all of these swaps. And so, that's time you're spending not playing the game. Oh, would you look at that? Bridge first try. What a dumb puzzle. Hi, other swapperoonie pal. There's nothing else to do here. This whole thing led to... I feel very much on rails. There are parts of this game where it feels like I have no idea where I'm going next. I was set on some tasks and I'm looking around and I can walk all over this big map, but I have no idea exactly what I'm looking for or what I'm doing. And then other parts like this where it's like there are some things to solve for, but you're very much in one area trying to solve one path, one thing. And this is one of those where it's like, how do you travel around this one very small area? Hi, door. No! I can see the clicky thing on the other side of this. You gotta be kidding me here. I came all this way to reach a door that you can't even open from the side. Balderdash. Bollocks. Hate this. Cool. Well, I don't even know where that is or why it's there. I guess I can try to make this bridge happen in here. But, I don't know why I would. Except for the shiggles. You can, if you want, spend time figuring out what patterns make each specific type of bridge tile. Nah, I'm okay. Nobody ever actually cares that much. If this was like the only game I had this year, like I could only afford one game a year, you guys, and so we're just gonna get the most out of this game. I'd probably want to like learn the lore and mythos and all the systems and everything, write them down, and I'd have this huge log of all the stuff we've learned along the way. I'd really get into it, you know? But, this ain't the only game on my docket. This isn't even the only game in my week. Time to horrify the neighbors again. The teddy arrives. Excellent. I want you to give those neighbors a core memory. Have fun, Tro. All right, come on, big brain. Did I get the thing over here? Yes, I did. Okay. So I forget exactly what I did here, but it was something like this and this and this. You go up there. How many did I get right? All of them. Okay, so this thing got swapped out this time. So now I can get all the way to the end, which has nothing. So being in here with the swapper not swapped in did me no good. And of course, this door doesn't change state just because I got in here through a different novel special way. I guess it does mean that I can walk back through here. And there's nothing in here. And there's nothing exciting down here that we haven't already found out. All of these little side things, they're all just for funsies. It's like when you ride an amusement park ride and it looks like there are other like paths or like tracks along the way. Have you ever ridden an amusement park ride where you're on a track and you see another track beside you and you're like, oh, that's another way to ride the ride, but it's not. It's just like for funsies. It's like lore. Those are, I don't know. I like visual storytelling like that, and I feel like that's what we're looking at here. These other mineshaft areas around us that don't really do anything. Here's the cheese grater again. This will leave the bridge maker in this world. I'll just come to the other one. But why? I feel like I'm at a dead end here. I only learned one thing and then hit a dead end door. And then there's nothing else to do in here. This leads to nothing interesting except the other side of this path. Now we can get across this path in two different worlds. But who cares? Can we make a bridge across here? by getting the bridge maker to get over here somehow, or nah? It only does one of two orientations, doesn't it? It does this way and this way. That's a full 180 and it doesn't do anything else. This one does the same thing but in reverse. Just 180s. So we can make those bridges. We can't make this bridge unless we get over to that side there. We don't know how to do that. We can get across there, but that just leads to the emitter, which doesn't really do us a whole heck of a lot. So this is a very large dead end as far as I can tell. Lots of different places to see, lore, and world build. But lots and lots of dead end. And then the elevator. And then this place down here, which is also just a dead end. No swap. At least no swap now. And nothing to do when you get there. So then the question is there's no other way out of here except those two paths up there and down there? Guess not. So I guess we can go back up, I suppose. Makes me sad. There's so much to see there. I wish it led to our next big revelation. But it seems like that's not happening. This leads to here. Do you have anything else to say to me? Except that you're upset at me that I'm not saving you? Oh, he won't even talk to me. Maybe he died. We left him alone for so long. We don't need to solve for you guys anymore. This leads back to where we were. Maybe we've uncovered some new path or direction from here. That's a big no here. There's nothing down there. What makes you think it's a dead end? I think I missed that part. So you go through here, you go down the elevator. There's a little path that leads down by these waters. Down here, it looks like a complete dead end. It looks like it could lead to a swapper that's just in the wrong position for us to see it. But it's a complete dead end. Nothing we can do. Then you can go to the room where it swaps you back and forth between here and the minecart area. One place leads you to that piece of paper that lets you know about the Mofang and the Villain making things like deliberately like slower to walk through. And you get to the other end of that same hallway, and or here it's bridges. Either way, you can get to the other end. There's another swapper there. It leads to the same area that you were just in. You can swap back and forth between here and that other area, and they all lead to a door. Well. Megazaps, hi and welcome. We're playing some abduction tonight. Welcome, Raiders. How are we all doing this evening? Thank you for mistrusting your community with somebody as deviant and degenerate as myself. Let's do a shout out for our raiding party here. Bear with me. I had to switch my keyboard so that I could play this game. So typing is very slow. Let's do a quick shout out.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, short clip. Anyway, thanks for raiding on in. If you know the world of Myst and or Abduction, we're playing one of the world famous Cyan games, puzzle games here tonight. We're pretty far in. We've learned a lot about this world, various worlds, and the way that they interact with each other. And we're just trying to figure out where the heck we're supposed to go from here. But yeah, if you're here to hang for a while, please feel free to do so. If you got a D-stream or a call tonight, if you came in on the raid, take some beds, make a sandwich, take a shower, do what you gotta do. The stream was great. I was playing Species Unknown. Oh, excellent. Oh, it says that in my shout out. I have never played that one. It sounds up my alley, though. What kind of game is that? Also, Tara says, I've also got a cat who's not been eating, or who's been not eating, so my attention is poor. Kitty, get some food in you. Food is good. Food sustains life. Yeah, so we got to the end of this platform here. We got to an elevator and it led to a hallway. At the end of the hallway was another swapper. We got to the Arizona place, but at that end of the hallway, or the mine shaft in the Arizona place, is a door we can't open. At least not from this side. So I think we need to go this way and figure out some other path. Something else. Hey, Kit. Sci-fi horror, that is very much up my alley. I recently, earlier on the stream, not on tonight's stream, but earlier in my streaming career, I played through the Dead Cell games, which I really loved. And recently, I played Prey and the Prey DLC called Moon Crash. And I loved both of them. They're really, really good. So I'm very much a sci-fi horror fan. If you can, there are... Wait, what's going on? Hold on, my own cat got me. They're high cal. Talking about high caliber? What's going on here? It's a co-op game. You have a bunch of different tasks. Oh, I like that. Does everybody have like different roles to do in the game? My favorite types of co-op games. Oh, look at that. The thing like phases in and out of existence depending on how far away you are from that bridge over there. I like co-op games where everybody has the same abilities and stuff. Like those are fine as long as you're all like down to play that way. But I really like games where everybody's got different role capabilities, a different subset of what they can do. And so you're reliant on each other. I feel like being reliant on each other because the game mechanics tell you to do so is more fun and interesting than like pretending, like making it up along the way. Oh, high cal. Oh, got the cat. Cat hit enter for you. A high cal feline supplement gel. Supplement gel for cats? Interesting. Had to use it for my geriatric girl. I might want to use that for my cats because I feel like both of them have this problem where when we put food in their bowls, we have to put very little several times a day or they like herk it down and then throw it up. Both of them do this, and I don't know where they learned this tactic. They were both rescues, so maybe it was like a matter of like if they didn't eat fast, they didn't eat or something. I don't know what they learned in the shelter, but or the SPCA. But I feel like they both puke up a lot of food if we're not really cautious to give them very small helpings several times a day, which is super annoying. Maybe we should do something like that. She likes to go on food strikes. Oh, no. He has food allergies in his very early stage kidney disease and IBD. Oh, poor kitty. Also a very picky eater, so his food sitch is a mess. I was typing and she ran across me like she knew what I was doing. Hey, friend. Look. He just popped in on screen and stared at me and then like left. Ran away. Is there anything else I can use this beam on? I feel like it's maneuverable in this way for a reason other than just that one thing. Yeah? What else could I zap with this? It looks like other things. I can move it. All sorts of fun. Now, I didn't initially realize, but yeah, looks like the joystick is inverted. So you push forward and it gets closer to you. You pull back and it moves further away. It looks like it was getting higher up on the screen, but that was not the case. Yeah, I can zap all over my visual space, but it really looked like there was only one thing to zap on the whole screen. And we already came over here to zap this thing. Or we saw it afterwards, is what I mean to say. Doesn't look like there's any other reason to be here. Huh. I'm sorry, I feel for you both. Been there before myself with a fur baby. Yeah. One is you had to retrieve a black box. Another, you had to blow up a ship. Another one, you had to kill a monster. Oh, cool. So your mission objectives change all the time, which I super appreciate. That's just a thing some cats do. Usually at least one in a household will do it. But yeah, natural loads of tiny meals is great for them. Maybe we should just get like an auto feeder or something. I feel like that might be the smartest idea. Because we're not always home, and the schedule with the kiddos and everything can really put a hindrance on how the cats are fed. We have a similar issue with the kitty. There's 6. Jeez. So someone has something everywhere. There's always a puke somewhere. She has to eat a special food I get from Amazon that more fully digests, less throwing up. Oh, that's cool. I don't know if that's the answer to fixing everything here, or also, how do I get down there? There's so many different paths I haven't explored here. Can I come out this way too? No, this is a complete dead end. Big old roots in my way. I can't walk past there. And this is not a game where you can like find the way to squish your body to make it happen. This! How do I get over there? Where the heck is this? In the other world, I wonder. Maybe just later. Late. Hello?
Don't panic.
Oh, it's you again. Oh, I hate that she comes up and says, "Don't panic." It makes me panic every time I hear her say, "Don't panic." Yeah, fuck it. Let's go this way. Sometimes free feeding works. Cats don't usually overeat. Ours puke up everything that we put in their bowl. If we put a day's worth of food, they will puke it. One of them will overeat, or not overeat, but like excitedly eat or something, too fast eat. They puke up their food anytime there's more than a few nibbles. With a few nibbles, they don't. So I don't think it's the food, you know? Like, they seem to treat the food with respect when that's their only option. Wait, so there's this one here too. Can we use this one now? Or is this one destined to screw up the path if I use it this way? Because I think we found this one and made the bridge, and it was like the only way around the world. Let's bring it back and see what happens. If we just have to swap right back again, that's fine. I'm just trying to understand. Yeah, we bring this one back, and it's basically creates nothing but a dead end. And this is exactly the only way we have to go deeper into this world right now. Okay, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Let's put it back away. But won't stop them eat horking if they're doing it for marking purposes. The cats do hate each other. Or at least one cat really hates the other one, and the other one has to like respond in kind. Like Kay would honestly be Susie's friend if Susie would let her. But because Susie's a bitch, Kay has to act a certain way to make her world work, if that makes sense. If she's just sweet to Susie, she'll get run over. This is the same kitty that is cross-eyed. Oh, and tried to jump from the ledge on the second floor stairs. No, broke her foot. Oh my gosh. 6 weeks of cast changes weekly. Oof. What a mess. Poor kitty. I wonder if that's Jasmine's deal. She shares a smaller space with the tiny chihuahua, my older daughter's room. Neither will leave it for long. Yeah, that sounds like a turf war to me. Okay, so we've been here. And from here, we've got a way out here. We can mess with this a little bit more because we haven't really. Spinning that room around a little bit. Did we get down? Did we get down there yet? There's a way down there. Got to be from here too, right? It's not from here. Oh, maybe it is from here. This thing has to get powered, right? Yeah. How do you get powered? I feel like this is a puzzle that we looked at and then we were starting to fix, and then I had to quit stream or something, or I found something else and I was like, oh, never mind. There's other cool stuff to do. So there's a blue power cable, and it goes into this housing and into this housing. So from this bottom part, it probably goes through the post and then out. But it's an elevator. It can't like... Well, anyway. So it should go into this thing. Right? This looks like it's a power developing device, an engine of some sorts, perhaps. But I don't see a blue cable that connects into this. That would be the real smart thing to do. God, the music. Why? Why must you do creepy music stings? This place is not creepy looking. If they do a blue cable here... Stop. I don't want to hear it. Then you should see a bright blue color-coded cable coming out of this, and like I'd imagine going out this way. I would imagine it would be this cable here that like hides above the door jamb and like lights these lights, and then from here it lights this string of lights. There's a string that goes this way. And then it dead ends. Why does it dead end at that light? Comes over here to that light and dead ends here. So this thing gets powered through this series of power cables. But this device, where is it? Stop with this music. I'm very sensitive to musical cues. I don't see any power cable that this... Wait, no, it seems like there might be a cable inside up above. Can we take a look? What is this stuff? What the heck is that cable there? It looks like it's connected to the wall somehow, to the stone. And then there's drapey cables over there, and they come out that way. Where's all that leading to? And is that supposed to power this device? I don't see any other power cables except this one weird one that comes out that way. We can see the other side of this shaft. Stop with this music. They both sleep on top of the poor kid. They do get along, so that's good. Okay. I say she became an adult a few days ago. I have 2/3 adult kids now. Congrats. That's exciting stuff. I'm excited to see what type of adults my kids turn into. I've talked with some other people who had kids or excited about my kids, and they're so happy about how tiny they are and what they're like now. And I'm like, yeah, but aren't you also excited to see what they turn into eventually? Because I am. Not to say that they can't appreciate who they are right now. Just, I remember one interaction where this one lady was like, I love when they're babies and they're so, they need you for everything. And I was like, I don't love that. There's nothing wrong with that. Baby's a baby. I love taking care of babies. Taking care of more than just my own. I have a big family. A lot of cousins and nieces and nephews that came after me. But, God, I wish I could figure out how to move this thing back. It's not this. Because that's just for these stairs. That's right. But I much more prefer seeing what type of kid my kids turn into, what type of big kid they turn into, what type of teenager they turn into, what type of adult they turn into. That stuff's fun. Then you feel like you're really meeting them. This is the cable. This must be the power to the elevator. I feel, because the elevator's cable's in here. Hi, friend. Yeah, it doesn't work either. Nothing powering is working here. This cable leads to this. This one is disarmed through a series of who the hell knows what the fuck is going on here. But I think this cable is powered, so then it's just a matter of figuring out, is this 3 digits? Or is this 5? Fuck me. It's 5 digits. No, it's 6. Even worse. 6 digits. What 6-digit number have we ever found in this whole game? Nothing. Nothing, nowhere, anywhere, ever. Guess we can look through the stuff in that vote for Johan or whatever room again. Maybe we found a 6-digit number and we didn't glean it. Got a headache. Anytime I say I have 2 adults, in my head I see myself morph into the old lady from Snow White. Oh no. Megazabs, have a good night. Thanks for the raid. Appreciate your face. And yeah, sleep well. Take it easy. Okay, I feel like this power, all this power system, this is all working, right? There's nothing that's not powered, right? It would be tower. Yeah, tower has power. So that's not an issue. I don't know what the red thing is. My needy cat's been sleeping under the blanket, curled up right against my thigh. I've got one of those needy cats. That's Susie in our house. And mostly just for me. Sometimes she'll be needy with Oz too. But she's really pathetic for me when I'm in the room. Like I almost can't leave her alone. So there's a bunch of numbers here. Do we try? Oh, these are all 5-digit numbers. These are not going to work. Yeah, number of 5-digit numbers. Joseph, that's his name, wasn't Johan. Joseph, that's a 5-digit name. Or 5-letter name, so that's not going to turn into anything. Wasn't there? Oh yeah, there's these guys here. He's there now. It's cute, but I miss being able to move my leg. I feel that. 100%. Is there any number here? Page 1 of 2. This is page 2 of 2, right? No numbers. Can we look through our gallery? Photos. Here we go. What else did we get here? There is no number here. The sign-in area, bridges, you were here. Looks like we saw a lot of those areas already. Plus, there's a bunch of missing bridges that we've been able to put together. After the sign-in area, what's this long winding path? Did we do that? Or no? Or did we find this path? Or did we go through a wall and come out the other side into this ship? That seems familiar. Then when we came out here, yeah, we did reconnect to this. There's a path that leads to this ship though. And then we've gotten into this ship and into this dead end. Okay. This was a mistake. Should we delete mistakes? Probably. Otherwise, I'll keep confusing myself that I took those pictures in the first place. That was a mistake. Also a mistake. It's what they get for making the take a photo key my key usually for walking backwards. So every time I tried to walk backwards, I messed it up. That I actually took a picture of deliberately, but I don't need a picture of that. I can get into that room now. There's another map. This is a map of the Bugland, I guess. Yeah. It shows the trees. That's what that red thing is the tree. So in this world, we never got to the tree. But there's a tree to get to. This is definitely a mistaken photo. I think I tried to take a picture of this grid, but now I'm thinking there's nothing to the grid. It's not part of any puzzle. This one I took a picture of deliberately. That was when I think it was oriented incorrectly, though. I don't need a picture of just the 15 by itself. I thought I did. And then this one's Arizona with all of its teleports too. Although there's at least one teleport we haven't figured out how to get through, and that's behind CW in the nuclear sub area. It looks like there's a way to go from there down to Bleeder Lake, it's called, down here in the bottom corner. You could try that now. I don't know what else to do here right this moment until I figure out how to get down into the basement of this area. So we'll just run around. You know, this place is so devoid of music. It's kind of depressing and isolationist. Feels very vapid without a soundtrack. But then I say that, and then the music starts, and it wigs me out. I'm like, ugh, don't actually play music. Oh, I hate that. So when the music comes, then it's like, oh no, I didn't ask for this. Please don't play music. So it's through here. Got to be through here that we can get to that. But then where exactly? It's not through the water because Mistman can't swim. But there's got to be one of these walls or something that you press against, and then hoocha, 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 you're out the other side of the map. Maybe I just haven't pressed the right wall. That's back out the way we came. It would be like up against... It kind of looks like it's that wall, but that's just... I think it's just reflection of the water below. But this is definitely the area or the sort of place you're looking about, this location, this direction. And it looks like you'd be able to pop out the other side. Or if this game would just let me hop inside the sub. I just want to pop in and just click on something and go inside. It's a submarine. Who wouldn't want to see inside of a submarine in a Myst-like game? Even if I have to use one of the torpedo chutes. Or can I open this? Nothing. Wouldn't you love to see inside of this thing? I would. Can you push this wall? Not one of the walls that we've seen in here. Oh, hang on. That's asking for reauthentication. How dare you? Not one of the walls in here is like shimmery, like the kind of wall you use to teleport out. But where else? See, on the map, because of where we are, on the map, it shows there's like a little thing here that's Entry Canyon, so it's not that. Here's CWs. And then over here, it's like, oh, it's off of Entry Canyon, maybe? Or off the water source, maybe? How else can we get there? Or do you have to get to Bleeder Lake first? No. From the scrapyard, from up above? There's a plateau up here. We've been there. Maybe around the scrapyard? There's a way out that we didn't try before? Maybe. Maybe the wall that we're pressing against is not in here, but it's on the other side first. And you get in here up above, like up there, maybe? And you see something new? Because I don't see any other way to get up to that higher level. But it looks like there's a higher level, but I'm also not sure if that's just a red herring or just for funsies. So the other way around there would be the water source we can't get back to, right? It's impossible to get back there. We lifted this lift and it's trapped, right? Yeah, you're trapped. And we can't just walk off here into the wall. There. This is trapped as long as that water's off, and that water's off switch is up there. So you'd have to be able to get up there in the first place in order to mess with the water. Unless we missed a way to get over there from, not in here, from over here. Ooh, Rumi's home. He must not have done much shopping. Off to see why. Hopefully got something for dinner. Hope so. Enjoy your dinner, if it's imminent. So there's all these things in the way. I wish we could just get rid of this fun friend. There's several of them on the tracks, though. So getting over there feels impossible. Or I could smush into this wall, but it's not flickery. There's not much you could do with that. That wall's not flickery. Forget if there's any reason to come up here. Have we messed with... Can you mess with that crane? You can play with the water here. That's water off. That seems like a bad idea. Water on seems like the right thing. This. Oh yeah, you can't reach the crane because this part's missing. If only we had an emitter or a switcher here to bring the track back. You could play with the crane. I don't think we have that. Or if you could just ride a minecart across the top here. But I don't think that's a thing. These things aren't rideable. Looks like you could just push something out of the way and hop on. But I suppose not. So the other answer to getting up to maybe above the submarine is to go to the other side of the map. There's nothing here, right? No. Other side of the map and try the junkyard area, smushing our face against the wall. Because it looks like that might be an option. This was a dead end, right? This was the Pina Colada, our little bar with the crash plane. There's nothing else fun in here, right? There's another map. It's a map of this world. I think it was. I think this is just a map of this world. Just poorly rendered. It's so cute. It is. Good if you do anything. Is that supposed to do something? It's a switch, but I can't see where it switches to. It's like it switches to the lights, but all the lights are already on. It didn't turn them off. And there's no wall to like squish against to teleport out here. Although, look, the plane looks like it was teleported in, right? It's all roundy here. So you probably get the plane to another area. So I think there is a swapper. I'm starting to put stuff together that doesn't lead me anywhere. Like, oh, I think I know what this is. There's something here, but it does me no good. Okay, we've been in here already. I think we've gleaned everything we need to glean from here. I sure hope so. This stupid door leads to... Now, I wasn't able to get through here last time. But this time I am, and here's the emitter. Why couldn't I get through last time? I think I got here and I looked this way and it was like a dead end for some reason. I felt trapped. But now I don't feel trapped. Okay, we're out the other side. We're going to try to make it up to the junkyard area and see if there's a wall that we can smush against that we did not smush against before. That we have not smushed against before. What's our main way up there? It's our fastest way up there. Through the... Oh, there's a ramp. Through the gas station. There's nothing over here, right? Can't smush into that wall, can you? I don't think so. I don't think this is the edge of the world anyway. Oh yeah, you. Why do you exist? I want to mess with this. I'm going to take a quick break and then take a look at this real quick. I'll be back in just a sec.
He's Yeti. He's Yeti. He's everybody's favorite one-legged Satanist.
Problem. Wait, is it just me or does that man not have a head? Is he dead?
What?
Yeah, he doesn't have a head.
Oh my.
Well, ain't that a curious thing? What the hell?
I'll be damned.
These city folks, I don't know. I can't keep up with the fashion.
I seen a lost something. Y'all seen my head?
Weren't you the fellow who was on the train?
He's Yeti. He's Yeti. He's everybody's favorite one-legged Satanist.
You could break a hip. You could and may break a hip, especially if you are able to bear children. Every child you bear takes a little bit of the calcium out of your bones, and it's that much easier to break a bone from just standing to falling on the floor. All right, PSA over. That's my big thing. All right, let's help her up. Let's help Alma.
She must have fallen while getting off the commode.
Obviously. I want to walk into your restroom and feel like it smells and looks so clean. I want it to feel like I just broke the seal on a brand new room. I'm like playing Betrayal in the House on the Hill, and I've opened the door to a brand new room tile. I want to feel like I'm breaking the hymen on the restroom. It's so virgin and fresh. Please don't clip that.
Some of us need to touch the butt to make a living.
Whenever I see these guys, I'm gonna try to take as much PP as I can. No, I will not stop saying it that way.
Problem. Wait, is it just me or does that man not have a head? Is he dead?
What?
Yeah, he doesn't have a head.
Oh my.
Well, ain't that a curious thing? What the hell?
I'll be damned.
These city folks, I don't know. I can't keep up with the fashion.
I seen a lost something. Y'all seen my head?
Weren't you the fellow who was on the train?
Losing out on resources, like your people who are going to help you out were slowly like dying off and leaving or getting, ushered out. And that felt really panicky and bad for a game that didn't really rely on that mechanic. But this one didn't feel like there was much room for failure. I mean, we failed a few times, but you always just retried right. Either, if they're a stranger and you're just like, I met somebody who is a significantly better guitarist than I am. And I let them know, wow, I'm really impressed by your guitar. I just love your work. And there's nothing in that that's subordinating me. I personally know that my skill at guitar is not as good as this guy, but I didn't bring that up in the conversation. Okay, hi. So, sorry, it's not the end of the stream. I promise. I just pressed the wrong thing. So I forgot that this was a place that you could go to. The phone booth with the same thing that other place with the tower, the upended ship, also has. And it makes me curious what the heck we can do in here. Because we can dial numbers here. But I don't see anything happening here. There are letters, though, next to each of the numbers. And maybe we need to know that for some reason. Doesn't seem to do much of anything else, though. So there is one name in the game that I know off the top of my head that has 6 letters. And that's Farley. So it could be Farley as a name. It could be Mofang also has 6 letters in it. Villain does not. I forget the name of any of the other aliens. We could try Farley's name. I feel like that would make maybe the most sense out of anything to be a puzzle solution. Yeah, I knew you were gonna do that. It's also this. Villain, multi-purpose villain control panel interface. The villains use that. Help you. 1555. Can we take a picture of this? Can we call these people? 1555 help you. There's a phone booth right there. What happens if we do this? Please tell me you'll give me a hint. 1 5 5 5 help you. H E L P U Y O U. Please work. What do you got for me? I know it's broken, but it's nothing. Damn it. The only reason I can think that it's there and there's no other way to use it is because you can solve the puzzle up there by transliterating a word or name into numbers to solve the puzzle. And even though up there is a vote for, what the fuck is his name again? I call him Johan and it wasn't his name. I can't remember what his name actually is. Vote for J-Man. I know his name is 5 letters long. I know it's not the right name. I wish I knew how to turn this thing the other way around. And the only way you can turn it is if you're on that other side over there. The side I want to be on anyways, so I don't want to turn it from that side. But I want to get over to that side. Damn it. There are a few things like that in this game where it's like, that's exactly the orientation I need you to be in, but I also can't get there to solve the problem. Oh, I totally forgot what I was trying to do too. I was trying to get up to the top of the junk pile to the mesa and see. Oh, see, these are all unlabeled, so you have to like know. So Farley, so that's A, B, C, D, E, F. So F would be here. F. A would be here. A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, R, S, or P, Q, R. Either way, that's R for Farley. R, L, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. L would be here. Farl, E, E, and then Y, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, R, S, Q, or P, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and there's no Z. Y is this one. Y. Farley. Damn. That was my best guess. That was my best guess. I sure could try Mofang. What's up, the Moss Woman? I like your name. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. Okay, let's try Mofang. Mofang. M. Oh, it's going to be the same one, right? Let me see. D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, O, M, N, O. Yeah, M, O. Mo. Mo. Fang. A, B, C, D, E, F. F is here. A is here. N. A, B, C, D, E, F. GHIJKLMNN G ABCDEFG GHI. Wolfang. Damn. Shit, it's not that either. You're in my YouTube chat the other day talking to me about the Valyrian vids. Oh, nice. I remember. But on my YouTube account. Thanks for finding me all over the place. The more social media you find me on, the closer I get to being able to support my family on content creation alone. Shares, likes, reposts, subs, follows, the whole shebang. All right. Well, we don't know what 6-letter word is there. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to my family of fledglings. Twice, if you've already subscribed elsewhere. Let's see. I want to get up that ramp. There's a way in there. I think it's only through the gas station. Double dipping Damien. Triple D's. I'm more than double dipping. When I live stream, I stream to currently 6.5 platforms. If I can get Facebook up and running, which just requires 75 more followers on my Damien Holmate page there, then I'll add that one because Trovo is about to go the way of the dodo. Trovo.com is still going to be, or what is, yeah, I guess it'd be just Trovo.com. Right now, I streamed at Trovo.live, but I think they're, at the end of this month, they're going to be getting rid of that. Is it this wall? Is this the wall? I've already been through this wall, haven't I? Let's take a look. Where's my map? That does look like the only... No, here's Scrapyard. Here's where I actually am. I need to get over to Bleeder Lake. There's a wall there that I'm pretty sure I haven't gone through. And that's got to be up this ramp. This is the junkyard. There's another wall to my left here that I'm not seeing or haven't done right or something. I'm not paying enough attention and I missed the opportunity. Missed. I had the word. How it looks so freaking close. Like I could just lick it and then I travel through. But it also looks like this whole area is impassable deliberately. The way I see it, I'm on every platform trying to post different types of content everywhere, or the same content in multiple places in some instances, in my best attempt to try to see which one gets traction and then ride that one to fame and fortune. But I'm not going to deny myself the capacity or the ability to make it big on one platform just because, oh, I only have enough bandwidth to post in 3 different places, or I can only go live in one place at a time, or oh, I don't like that platform, or I don't like the people that use that platform. I'm just try everything. Maybe there's no way it would be lower. It'd have to be at this height, at this level. But I don't think you can climb up these. There's everything's like invisible wall. So yeah, sure, you can climb the rocks, but they're not going to let you get up to the place where you can touch the goo. And there's this. I forget where this leads you. Isn't it over by that thing, though? Let's take a look. I think it's supposed to be by that big tower. There's the big tower. Yeah. Oh, it's like there's a bridge and it goes like underground. So that bridge, really what I need to be doing is getting there from the other side, I think. Otherwise, I'll probably never get to that tower. The tower's there. I wish I had a better view of the bridge. Where can I go so I can see that place better? Maybe I can peek inside. Ugh. Everything is like blocking out my best view of that space. And I'm going to get railroaded off to the other side of the world, which is fine. It's good. I like it. I love that. I love when that happens. here, I think we can see the tower better. There's no way to get to the tower except from the bridge, right? There's the bridge. Oh, I can get... No, I can't even climb up that. There's the bridge. Yeah, it must go through into a place where you're able to port through. But there's no... You have to get there from the other side. That means that this way is definitely not the way. You start from the other side of the world, and then you go into Bleeder Lake from that side. So if we go to... How do you even get over there? Looks like the backside of the water source, which seems impossible to get to. Or through the backside of the shop or something. There was that one tunnel that you could use. Am I stuck? Oh, thank goodness. Got stuck on terrain and I was like, oh God. Please don't make this a thing. There was one swapper that we used in an elegant way to get to a new area of the bug world. Music. Man, I walk too fast and then what little bits of music sting that you get disappears so quickly. I feel like the music is only for new areas you're actively exploring. Forget about these. I've seen a lot of these warning things, but we've never... I don't think we've actually engaged in whatever that thing is that we're being warned against. This pathway leads to a swapper, which we can't actually use because it's been swapped out. Damn it. Oh. Well, yeah. Does this lead to a... Does this lead through? Yay? Nay? This feels like exactly where I would walk through something and get to the other side. I guess not. Right? Why else would they have this cutout? This definitely looks like the place you would touch and you would be teleporting, or maybe not touch and teleport, but maybe lead through to the place we're talking about. Because this is like the store? I wish it was faster to look at these photos. I feel like this takes a long time. Shop, and then there's this other... It looks like it's on the other side of that, though. Like, you do have to get to the water source first, maybe. Is there a way from the entry canyon? I don't think they would have let you. Because somebody might have been curious or taken their sweet time and found through the entry canyon the way through to that secret area. This is just the other side of this place. There's no way to get through these. I'm squishing my head against the wall because it's so dark I can't actually see. Double check since I'm over this way a little bit if there's any way through the falls or up there somehow. Is there a way to climb? Is there like a path? It kind of looks like there's a little bit of a path, but then not really. You can't enter the water because Miss Man's super afraid of water. Ugh. Waterfalls. Every game I've ever played, if there's a waterfall, I want to get behind it. Or if there's a way through that way, that would be cool. But that does a whole heck of a lot of nothing. There's really no way to reset that gate. Nothing. Because it's so far... I remember you used to be able to touch the propeller or whatever and get it to twist and turn. But now we can't get over to the side where the propeller is in order to do the thing. I don't know how to get over there. That's not it. That doesn't lead to anything anymore. We've already been in there a couple different times. I'll try it again if this doesn't pan out, I guess. We can't get up that elevator to the water source anymore. It's blocked off. We can't climb these buildings. We can't use our little minecart for anything anymore, which is kind of sad. I miss the times when that was usable. We'll try the entry canyon, just in case. It'd be really wild if coming back this way. Like, oh fuck, there it is. You just walk right through here. You know, I don't know if we've been all the way to the very beginning since we dropped the barrier. But the map doesn't show this having any connection to the other side. It's so ominous. So this was shifted over, right? This right here, doesn't this look like if you could just use a swapper right there, you'd be able to walk through this? The other thing is, I wish we could look at the map and know where on the map we are, but this is just a picture. This is not where we need to be anyways. It's way over here. So it's basically... there's no connection. The map doesn't show any connection. There's our lovely seed that we touched that changed us forever. Brought us to this godforsaken place. It doesn't look like there's a higher path either. Because maybe that would be the answer, is you get up high enough and you could travel across the way. It does not exist here. I know I feel like I've explored as much of the other worlds as I needed to, but I'm pretty sure I haven't explored everything I need to, or else I wouldn't be stuck right now. Yeah, that's a dead end. That up there we can't get past. We'll try the submarine area one more time just to see if there's... We'll go the backwards way. Just to see if there's really no other path that we missed. We're really close to the water here, so finding another pathway around or up from here would make a lot of sense. It sure would. Just a elegant little hidden stairway, a little switch that we didn't see the first time. Just a little boop, and it's here. What was this again? CW's journal with the blank pages. It's just his journal. It's just lore about CW. Really want to get higher up in this room. It seems plausible. Can I just pull on one of those cranks? Click on a thing above me. This ladder right there, it's so tantalizing. That looks like there's a door right there. Got the music sting, like there's definitely something going on in here. In fact, what if that's the way through the mine shafts? Leads you down into this room, but above. So not down, but up from here. And then that leads us across to that the tower on the other side of the world. What is this one again? Submarine parts. I don't know why we have this one. There's so many random little things here. All right. So how do I... There looks like there's a door. It looks like the door might be powered. Because that... There's a power source that's coming right from there. Oh, does that just lead to that one light right there? Can we climb up inside of this? Inside the sub, please? There's like a little secret door inside the tower here. This whole room looks so much like there's a way in. There's a way inside.
You
this.
are my dad. You're
It's
my
a
dad.
nice-
Woogie, woogie, woogie.
Nodding off so bad. Oh no.
Can you stop kissing everything?
Hi, Raiders. Hi, the streamer of Oz. Welcome on in, Goblin Army. What have we been snacking on? How was stream before the sleepy times happened? Let's pause the music. Pause the music sting and do a little shout out. Give me patience. I'm typing in QWERTY like a fool. candy, chips, ice cream, bean dip. In that order?
It still makes me laugh that I look at the last picture, not the last picture, but the picture of me when I was really tiny, and I go, yeah, I have to crop this picture because I don't want to dox player spot.
No.
Because really, everybody knows. I could uncover that side, and you could see his round cupness, if you'd like.
Cupness.
But realistically, all you're going to be looking at is a cup. I don't know how that physically happened, given that both my parents are human, but they gave birth to a fucking cup. Please somebody clip that so we can send it to Player Spot.
You got the fish. Yes, that order. Oh, I love following up ice cream with bean dip. Oz, I'm stuck, but I don't know if I want to ask you for a hint. I feel like I haven't tried everything yet, you know what I mean? Do wish these numbers meant something. They're just in order, so they're definitely not part of a puzzle. Following? No, mixing. You. I wish you could hop right in here. It just looks so inviting. It's even lit right there. They got like little trouble lights just waiting for you to click and pop right in. Why else would this be open? If not for me to have the submarine adventure of a lifetime. Or where's the ladder I can click where Mistman actually climbs up and does the thing? That's like perfect right there. Look at how perfect that area is up there. Nice ladder. Little wing right there. It's so tantalizing. It's so close. And yet I can't even jump. Also, can I loot this for parts or something? Start to make weapons out of. Well, I guess my next answer is go back to the worlds and start doing more shifty shifts again. Because I'm not finding anything in here that's worthwhile. Damn it.
Crimson Dawn _85 just subscribed.
Crims!
Now I'm gonna pass out.
Sounds good. Have yourself a wonderful night. Say hi to the fam for me. And thanks for a 26-month streak. That's insane to me. Appreciate all your support. And so does the whole fam. Okay, so I'm thinking we go to the other side of the map and we go try the motorcycle spinny emitter, spinny swapper puzzle and see if we can get to spin in the right orientation to what we need for that one. Because I don't know exactly where else I have something I can do. But that's something I think... God, this creeps me out every time. Will do. Have a good night. Appreciate you as well. Thanks, Bean. All right. We are going to Spinny Orb. There you are. All right. Let's give you one spin and see what we can see on the other side. Let's figure it out from there. You do the spin. I come up. All right. Where's your emitter? No, where's your emitter? Did I leave the emitter on the other side? Damn it. I did. It's fine. What's the fastest way here? Through that door and out, I think. Damn. So much traveling in this game just to get some of these spinny puzzles done. This one might be the worst. Where's the nearest swapper for that world? feeling like it's not these ones. These ones lead to the other world. But it's not. Yeah, it's not here, is it? There's probably a faster way to get to the swappers I do need. I wish I could do something from here. If I could just jump down, use that propeller, jump down to that platform, or jump down to there. Newbie, hi, welcome. How we doing? Wait, can I climb up over there? I can't climb up over there. There's another waterfall I can't touch because this game refuses to let you touch waterfalls. I just want to see what's on the other side of the water. It's a real desire of mine. Okay, we're out the other side. We're looking for the swapper for not the world we spent the first half of the stream in, but the other world. Newbie, how's your weekend been going? I've been doing a lot of physical labor. And for somebody who's been kind of in couch potato mode for a while, my body is revolting. In every sense of the word. Okay. Anyway, there's that leads to the other world. This one leads to the world we need to be in, I think. Right? Cha-cha. I think this one leads to that world. I've literally spent the last 12 hours analyzing a Portuguese dossier to brainstorming how to help clear my friend's name. Interesting. Not sure how I got here. I wish you success. Or, I mean, assuming your friend deserves their name cleared. Okay, so this leads up, but there's no call to this particular elevator. So as long as it's up, and there's nothing else you can do about that. From here, I forget if we want to go forward or the other way. Let's just swap it to here and see where this leads, because I think we can get to where we need to go through this pathway. Hi, bug. I feel like this is also the only world where you get to see the natives like hanging out and watching you scramble around on their world, unsure of what the hell you're doing. Maybe I should just say, and maybe this is rude of me to say, but maybe I should just say, I hope what's supposed to happen to your friend happens. I hope that's not a rude thing to say. Ah, it's loud. Let's lower the volume. So many clinkety clanks in this particular universe. Does this only lead to this particular gondola? I want to get down here because that's the door I want to use. I feel like these worlds have just such annoying paths to get around. Nothing is a straight path. You can unlock shortcuts to different areas as you play through the game. So it's not all complete tedium, but there's still, at least for me, and at least right now, still a lot of like longer ways to travel places that I'm not appreciative of. Because here, there's no stairs up this way. There's stairs up this way. Why would you have stairs down to the lower deck of this thing on only one side? What if you're a maintenance guy and you came in from over there accidentally? Okay, so anyway, I think the way that we're trying to get to is... Shit, I don't think we've ever been down there. That is a place I want to get to, but not the place we're going to right now. How do we get to where we're trying to get to right now? Through this big room, yeah? It's like through here, this way, I think. this door. I think this leads to that roundy room. So it does. Guess what? It's not the orientation we need it to be in. Unless you can get to the other side of this right now. So I have to find a way back there again. And I need to spin this back around this way again. But this is the orientation I need to get down there. Have I been down? I think I've been down there already, though. I feel like I've already solved this area. But it's been so long, I can't remember now. Let's spin it. Spin it 180. Ugh. Do other Myst players have the problem I do, where they come back to Worlds and they're like, I don't remember what the fuck I was doing here in the first place. Or what I've solved and what I haven't already. Maybe that's just bad documentarian skills on my side. Documentarian? Is that a word? I'm going to take Tiny to go potty and then crash out. Sounds good, Oz. Thanks for sending me your crew, as ill-advised as that is. He absolutely deserves it. He was manipulated by someone and then was accused of being a predator that he never did, just so someone else wouldn't have to pay the equivalent of $20. What the? Jeez. Absolutely sucks for him. Fortunately, he has so much proof. Good. I'm glad he's got a lot of proof. That's the best case scenario, I imagine. And the other guy has like none. Excellent. Even better. Okay. This is where the emitter should be that we need. And we want to do it from... Well, I guess we can't do it from the other side. We just got to do it from this side. That's all we got. We're going to use this to go back. We don't need this on this side. We use this to get to the other side of this platform in the bug world so that we could destroy the dome creator. If I remember right. I hope that's right. Okay. Come in. Come in. This world load is so slow. Okay, we're back. Is this the fastest way between this and the dome? Or the spinny part? Who knows? So, actually, yeah, I messed up. Last time I went through Farley's house, I think if we go through the mayor candidate's house, this is going to be faster. This is a shorter path. I was analyzing the dossier he made for 12 hours somehow. Jeez. What's your name again? I keep forgetting. Joseph. Right. He's a Jansen, so it's Joseph. Keep forgetting. Joseph Peter Jansen. Is his name of any... There's a six digits in his middle, or 6 letters in his middle name. God, I wish the solution was just Farley. Hunrath is 7. Roscoe is 6. Could try Roscoe. I feel like we're just trying random words at that point, though. Okay, let's spin you a complete 180. That means this thing needs to go. That means the motorcycle needs to be against those rocks. Go, go, go. Is it a 6 position spin? This is so annoying. So maybe it's 3 clicks. Does that feel right? Looks right. I hope it's 6 position. So then we'll go back through the same emitter or the same swapper we just used. I feel like that's the closest one. It's the closest one I can remember. But it has to be on this side of the world for me to use it from here. If I take it to the other side and then leave it, I'm bereft of it as a resource. we get to it from here. Do I need to go through the... I can get to it from here, but this is going to be the wrong side. This is going to screw me over. There's no... Once the rock is gone, there isn't like a secret way through here to get to that other side of the map, is there? Damn it. I have no idea what the map is showing on how to get to the that power tower. Bleeding Lake or whatever it's called. On the worst part, he's gay. I hate people sometimes. Thank goodness this guy was dumb enough to write all of his stuff down. I.e., is that like part of the attack? Like, oh, he's gay and therefore he's like more prone to be a abuser or groomer or something like that. I'm trying to understand the narrative. Oh, does this just get me stuck? Oh, thank goodness it doesn't. I can understand it's one of those things, if it's one of those things like when somebody's part of a marginalized community and they're accused of something, it can make it look or feel worse because it feeds certain people's narratives. They put two and two together where it doesn't belong. Humans are notoriously terrible at that kind of common sense. I know I've said this argument before, but it's like, you know, if you date a certain type of person and you get snubbed really hard or like treated really shitty, you get abused or whatever, or it's just like it's an awful relationship, you're like, wow, I'm gonna break up with them and hope to never see them again. And so you break things off and you feel good about your choice, and then you find somebody else later on in your life, or maybe the very next person you date, and they share a bunch of the same qualities as the last person you were with, and they're also bad. There's a good chance that at a survey size of two bad relationships, you're like, fuck everybody that's like them, that's like this. I turned this, first of all, I turned this thing, didn't I? Does it not turn in this world when I turn it in the other world? Because the emitter's not... bruh, how do I even get over to the other side? I don't remember getting to the other side except through... I super don't remember how I got there. Maybe it was through this... Shit. I play this only once a week. This is where I'm trying to get, but I don't even know how to get down there. I should draw maps for myself, honestly, when I'm playing. The only thing is it slows down the stream so badly. Like I'm just hanging out, doing my own shit, and you're all left sitting there watching me draw maps for hours. Yeah, you can have a survey size of 2, and you can decide that you like know something about humankind through that super tiny survey size. It doesn't make any sense. But people do that, you know. That's how people derive these weird ideas. They find out that somebody was a criminal. They find out something that's unique or weird about them. And you're like, you see this thing? Everybody who has this uniqueness is also like this criminal. It's just... It doesn't make any sense. I was talking about my kids to somebody the other day. I'm like, they're so different from each other. And they're like, that's how it is. That's how humans are. I'm like, please tell the rest of the world. Can you say that for the people in the back? 2 people, 2 siblings growing up in the same socioeconomic class, looking roughly the same, having the same parents and the same upbringing, the same toys and everything. They're going to be 2 completely, wildly different people. Yeah? Why would you ever be able to take any traits from a random human being and then say, hey, I know something about human beings in general, or I know about all the people that are like this person now? Where do you go to get to that swapper? I don't remember the way there. Oh, this. Let's take this down. This feels right. This feels like some... Oh, you can't move around while you're in here? I don't like standing perfectly still inside of an elevator, but... Oh, shit. Took a picture I didn't want to take. But when you're standing inside this elevator while it's moving, you can move your head, you can swivel, but you can't walk. It's very claustrophobic. This feels like the thing. This feels like the place. Is this the place? So, here's the thing then. Am I spinning around the dome in the other world so that it matches when I do this flipper? I swap here to the other, and then that dome better be exactly... Wait. Is this... Fuck. That's where I need to be, right? I need to get through this door. I've never been to the other side of this door, and I have no idea where the other side of this door is. Okay, so if I swap right now... How on earth? How am I supposed to remember? You have to come back here and swap it back to spin the other dome of rock. Ugh, what a challenge. Not challenge. Well, this puzzle isn't challenging, but it's testing my patience because it's too much work to get to the puzzly part. The UI and everything and the loading and all and the moving back and forth and how much travel you have to do is so incredibly slow. So coming here with this does nothing. This will do nothing for me. Being here with the wood is useless. Being in the other world with the rock is not. We can't use the emitter or the swapper we were just at because that one's in the wrong orientation now. So now we have to go up the scrapyard to that one. He was friends with this guy for a while. Friend is like, hey, if you master these 2 games on retro achievements, I'll give you $20 since he's unemployed due to mental health. Okay. He's like, okay, he does. Dude doesn't want to give up. Starts emotionally, doesn't want to give it up. Doesn't want to give up the $20. Rude. He starts emotionally abusing him. Pokes him until he blocks him on Discord and anywhere private until he has to ask about it publicly. Ugh. It's gross. Why are people like this? And why can't we put these people on like massive blast for acting this way? I feel like cancel culture shouldn't necessarily be a thing in the broader sense, but if it's like provable, audit trail, very obvious stuff you can see, like, yo, you promised $20. It's very easily traceable here. It's not, you can prove its veracity. You can pull the official logs or whatever, or get verification from the platform. Like, boom, you should be held to task. Not necessarily canceled, but like at least just held to your word, you know? Forcibly if need be. Okay, did this lead to the right world? This did lead to the right world. Now, how do we get back to that room again? All of this work just to see if the stone is even in the right orientation in the first place. I hate this. By public, I mean streams he's in. Gotcha. So you can move on this. Why can't you just walk back and forth on the elevators? He seems crazy because people start wondering why he won't ask in private, and then when he's trapped in a corner, he accuses him of being a predator, so people forget about him and focus on it. Ugh. Yeah, just diversionary tactics, right? 17-year-old he accused as the victim had absolutely no clue what he's talking about because he's nothing like that. Gotcha. Yeah, it's messed up. Also, like, I don't know why random spouted accusations would ever hold any water on the internet. I can literally say anything glowing or devastating about anybody else. And if you don't have any, if I have no proof about it, like why on earth would you ever believe me? Well, especially too, because I run a channel where if anybody makes a claim about anything, we usually immediately go fact check them. Please tell me I can call the elevator from up here. Okay. There's another way there. There's another way there. FML, this world is it's draining my joy. To be perfectly honest, it drains my joy. There's too much walking. It's even walking sims don't make you re-walk the same areas over and over again. This area has so much re-walking, or I'm just so bad at the game, but being bad at the game forces me to re-walk. Somebody who's good at the game probably doesn't have to do all this backtracking, but I keep forgetting like where the heck I'm supposed to be going in the first place, so I just have to keep retracing my steps over and over. And he lives in Brazil. In Brazil, crimes against honor they're a crime? You can get sued much easier than in the US? Interesting. Crimes against honor. Yeah, the US, even our libel and slander laws require, there's a pretty significant burden of proof to make sure to prove that somebody's done that as a crime. I think the hardest part to prove in courts is intent. Did that person intend? Oh, son of a bitch. This will not let me through, will it? I hate this so much. I hate this so much. Okay. So this needs to spin. This spins counterclockwise, or it spins clockwise. It needs to go 90 degrees. Yeah, because these stairs need to go up here. These stairs need to go there, and then these stairs need to go down there. And then everything is interconnected for all time, forever. But to do that, we need to go back. We need to go back to the main world again. And we need to flip it again. 90 degrees. Just 90. We need to remember how it was oriented. We need to go 90 degrees clockwise. No more. I thought this thing was a 6 pivot, though. Then I wouldn't be able to. I guess we got to do our best. Once we do this, once we orient it in the right direction, though, we never have to do that puzzle ever again. It's the thing. So can we use this swapper now that it's over on this side? And get out of here. GTFO through here. Good. Good, good, good. All right. Let's do it. Go, go, go. I have to talk to him because I also know he was blacklisted from a job he could have potentially got because of this rumor. That's got to be actionable, right? If there are real life consequences to somebody's crime against honor or whatever, that I don't know Brazilian law, but that sounds like if being honorific is a crime, Interpol was good. Wait, did I accidentally quote an Interpol song? Or are you talking about like the international police, like the actual organization? But yeah, it makes me wonder if honor really is defensible, then losing an opportunity for a job, if it can be proven that it was due to besmirchment of one's reputation and honor, then yeah, problem solved. Okay, so we need to take this back in. We don't need to spin this one, do we? The band was playing. Oh, gotcha. This is not related. I was like, we're talking about crimes in another nation, so maybe you're being topical. Okay, please tell me the orientation that this is in allows us to get out of here and back to the world we were in. Looks like that's a yeah. Let's get back to Arizona somehow. Goodbye. We have to use a different swapper than the last one we just used to get here. And we have to use a different swapper than the other one that we used just before that, because that one's stuck in the other world and does not have a pair here. We're going the wrong way. Fuck. Oh, this is tiring. I'm literally just holding down one key on the keyboard to move forward, and yet I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. I'm so tired from walking. Just want to swap out of here and go back to the first area. I know there's those other swappers over there on that side, but I forget how to get to them right now. I know it's like gondola travel or something, but can't be bothered right now. I know this side of the map way better. So I'm sticking to this for now. This looks like it needs a swapper too. There are all these like secret swappy areas too, like places where it's like, wait a second. This definitely got swapped out. But we haven't found it in the other planet. All right, you... Oh, where am I going? Left. Nice, nice, nice. You're the emitter I want. All right. And I know there's an elevator down to here from somewhere, but I don't remember where that elevator is. I think I've even used it. He says he's suing him for the equivalent of defamation, slander, and emotional damages. Good. But losing a job as well is considered loss of expected income. Even better. Material damages, which makes the financial penalty skyrocket. Sounds like that guy shouldn't have fucked with him. Should have picked a different thing to do that day than to mess with somebody's livelihood. Okay, we're on the other side of this. We got to get back to the dome, and we got to spin the dome, and we're close to the dome. There's this dome too. Why? Why does that dome exist? Is it this button? It is. Is it the same button to call? Oh, I think it's on the other side to call it, and then this side to move it. Yeah, fuck around and find out. I've never sued anybody, but if we have a case, that might happen. Might happen this year or next, depending on what some legal people tell me and my compatriot. Okay, let's take a quick look. Let's assess where the dome is right now. It's got to do a 90-degree rotation. This is, that's the butt, I guess. Okay, so here, this is not oriented toward the lower part. The lower part is like where the butt is right now. So we got to get the, yeah, basically a 90-degree clockwise turn. And to do that, this would need to be 90 degrees different from where it is clockwise. But these are going counterclockwise. It's super annoying. So where this needs to be, if this is 90 degrees off, is it needs to be here, but basically close to this pillar, I guess, or just past this pillar would make the most sense. I need to keep my eye on this pillar and that motorcycle for reference. I'm glad that they did that. You know, I wonder if they had like 3 of these trucks and they're like, you know what? It's so hard for the game testers. They tried the game out and they're like, Yeah, I can't keep track of how many times I spun this damn thing or what orientation it's in unless I run back up there and look and then run back down. And so they made one of them into a jury-rigged motorcycle gets added to the track. But it really, really helps. I'm not counting how many spins it takes. Just spinning away. That is definitely not the right orientation, but this next one might be. Got to be past here. I'd be like looking at it here. Yeah? That's it. That's basically it. That's probably as close to it as it could possibly be. So, I already forgot which emitter is oriented in the right direction. I should just go to the promised one in the junkyard, but for some reason I want to go to this one. Why do I want to do that? Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't be bullheaded. Don't be stubborn. Let's go to the junkyard like God intended. Like Mother told us to. We're back up to the junkyard. Go to the swapper that has 2 swappers apparently oriented in the same location. That's what really futzed me up when I was first learning this game, is that there are multiple swappers. You don't have to walk through the... For some reason, I forgot you could just walk straight through the garage that way. That some swappers have an identical swapper in the world on the other side or the other planet, and they swap back and forth with each other so that there's always a swapper in both worlds. And some are not. They're asymmetrical. There's a swapper here, but there isn't one on the other side. That part's crazy. This one, there's a swapper on both sides. Oops, button's over on this side. Dude even said, call your lawyer as if he has proof of anything. Well, there you go. If he's deliberately goading that to happen, go ahead, try some legal action. Let's see what happens. Okay, try some legal action. What a bad time to be wearing a red nose and big shoes because the biggest clown contest winner was just announced. Nice. It's funny. Okay, we're back here. We cannot use the elevator. I'm using WASD to move. Please remember that I'm using WASD today. We're using WASD today. I could just use auto hotkey and remap the keys in this game to my control scheme. I've just been lazy. If the rock is not oriented the proper way for this world so that I never have to do that swap puzzle ever again, I'm going to be so mad. This is the first thing I've thought deeply about tonight. All the other puzzles, especially in the other world, the villain world or whatever, I feel like that's been so mindless. Such mindless, lame, useless work. Especially getting the bridges to materialize has been so stupid. So easy. Okay, where are we going? Where's our way through? Right, up this way. So this is really the first time I'm looking at a puzzle. It requires a lot of annoying travel. I hate the back and forth in this game. And I'm just hoping that when I get there, everything is oriented in such a way that I can forget that part of the world forever. It is solved. It is solved forever. And we'll never have to do that running back and forth mission again. I'm sure the game probably has plenty more travel back and forth between worlds, toggling things to get them to work sort of gimmick besides this one. But I hope this one's properly oriented. It looks like it is. It looks like it is. Oh, wait, it's not because we haven't swapped yet. We haven't swapped yet. I'm an idiot. We haven't swapped this yet. This is the door I can't open yet. Fuck. What's on the other side of the door? What's in the box? All right, we swap. And then we come back here again. I hate this. I'm getting tired on Mistman's behalf. Mistman's run a marathon. Do I get an achievement for running the most miles in this game? Okay, we're back here again. The world is the way the world is now here. This wood feels like it's endemic to this world. So I feel like this one was built so that they could put the emitter there so that you could do the swap back and forth between worlds. Like they're like, yo, we figured out there's this cool place we need you to be able to get to. Let's put the swapper in and get you in. All right. We'll call her little dump hand. Our Watuji Jwadza, as it were. Have you all ever seen Clover the Cow? It's a VTuber that has a kind of heavy southern accent. She's ex-military. She sounds kind of like an elder content creator. And her VSona is this like super cutesy cow cartoon. Apparently in the military, she was trained to speak Mandarin. But she doesn't remember almost any words of the language. But what she does remember, she can say in a super thick southern accent. I've never heard anyone with a southern United States accent speaking Mandarin like that. It's hilarious. I'll try to imitate it. It's funniest when you hear it from the source. Just go look it up. Clover Cow Chinese, you'll probably find it. You don't have to know. You don't have to understand what she's saying to think it's funny. Okay. We've done so many swaps back and forth. So many iterations of moving this bridge the way I need it to be, just so I can get to where I need to be. Yeah. All right. Let's swap you this way. These bugs are looking at this guy. Girl. I'm playing a mist woman, actually. Looking at her, popping in and out, running through the same catwalks and pathways over and over again. Backwards and forwards. Because sometimes I've gone the other way on this path, too. And they're like, what the hell is she doing? What are you trying to accomplish? Besides wearing down all of our paving stones with your million steps back and forth. Okay, this time we can't take the elevator because we left the elevator in down position for good reason. And we're going to come down here. And we're going to go around to the other side. The other entrance to this, and we're gonna see the rock oriented in the right way, or I'm gonna rage quit. I will. If the stone is not oriented in such a way that we have 3 clean paths of egress, I will rage quit this game tonight. I will come back next Saturday, ready to try again. But please do the thing right here. Yes, yes, I'm seeing a room. I'm seeing a room. I'm seeing a room with stairs. With stairs. We did it. I will never swap into this area ever again. There's the elevator that we want in this position, I guess, for fast travel back up to there. And then this way leads to the door that we can't get through. But we need this. We need this oriented this way. So we did all that work so that this pathway is clear all the time. And we have direct access to this area all the time. Why? I have no idea. I don't know why we went through all of that trouble. I don't know what we're doing. I do not know what I'm doing with this game, but at least I won't rage quit immediately. We did a thing. We made some things happen in this world. Can we get to the other part that had the other swaps? Where's the other swapperoonies? Was it up here? I don't remember. We're getting into the places where I've been here. I did this. I think I just did this last stream too. Or was it the stream before last stream? And that's not a teleport wall. No. And I super don't remember what we found in our adventures. Nothing on that side. If a gondola is not in the orientation you need it to be, can you call it? Oh, wait. That's teleport. Okay. Whew. I got scared. I led myself to a dead end. Ooh. The tiredness is setting in, though, I tell you what. Have I seen too much in one stream? Have I been back and forth too many different... I want to get over there. This has definitely been swapped in from somewhere else. If you swap out, can you get a bridge over there or what? Because it looks like... Yeah. Looks like a swapper was used. We are in the right area, though. This is the area that I was thinking I wanted to get to. I just have to remember why the heck I'm here. Did we already solve this? Is this literally just the one little tiny dead end that has the control for the gate? I remember finding that, and I think it might have been this one. And I don't think this leads anywhere else. It's one thing and nothing else, right? Make it all this way. You do the thing, and then you ignore that this is ever a place for anything else. There's the gate. There's no way past here. It's all just dead end rocks. There's the gate we opened when we got here. We cannot jump down. Miss Lady does not do jumps. That's literally it. There's one thing only, so we can officially sort of like mentally, assuming I remember next week, mentally try to remember we'll never use this swap again for anything useful ever. You'll never have to close that gate. You'll never have to come back here to open it again. There's literally nothing else to do. It's a very tiny dead end, which is it's annoying. It's annoying that it takes this long to load between worlds to see a room that you've already solved. But we've done it. Now, we came from below. Now let's go up above. There are two more swappers. I don't know why in my head for the longest time I was calling them emitters. I mean, I suppose they emit a signal when you turn them on. But why else I was calling them that? I'm not quite sure. It's nothing to do. This whole machine just looks like it's broken and or full of seeds or something. Are all the seeds here, are they the insects in larval, or not larval, but in seed form? They're not the tree seeds, right? They're the bugs. Okay, we're going down a different path. And there's two more swappers, right? We passed one. I feel like we passed one. Let's remind ourselves what this one is anyways. This is like the end of the road swap. Does this one lead to that secret room by Farley's house? That might be the only thing that this one is. In which case we can just swap right back and then use the other one, double check what that one was. If that's all the case, then I feel like we've solved everything on this world that we can at this time. In which case, I may have to phone a friend after this. Yeah, damn it. I remember. It's back by Farley's house. And when we swap in with this version of the swapper, it blocks the way out the other end. So you can't even get to Farley. So we have to leave this. This is the way this was probably oriented when you start the game. But we didn't know that because we never checked behind the door. Once you could get to the door, I don't think we ever looked on the other side of it. But you swap it this way and then you leave it alone. So this is another one in my head, in my brain. We never touch this emitter or this swapper ever again either. Because this one's the orientation that we want it to be in. The other one was a one-off puzzle that we'll never do again. There's no wall or anything here, right? And there's one that we passed because we were looking in the wrong direction or something. There's a wall like right there, but you can't touch it. There's one more swapper on this route. How did we miss that one other swapper? Oh, it's up. That's why. That's right. We came from down below by there. We didn't go up even further the other direction here. There should be one up here, right? I think so. So pretty, but like, what else do we do? Where else do we go? Was there another emitter? I feel like I am missing something. I feel like there was another emitter. Now I can't remember where the heck it was. Does this gondola not hit a call button, or does it? That's the one thing that this level needs badly. Is some call button so that when you're on one side of a gondola and you forget, you're not trapped. Right here, right now, I'm trapped. The other side of this, whichever, I don't remember which one this connects to, but it connects to something, and on the other side, there's a gondola waiting to do its a good job, be a good boy, but not on this side. All right, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So I thought, though, in addition to the gondola, in addition to the swappers, we just found that there's another swapper. I thought it was like right here. Ish. Look carefully. Look carefully. There's that one right there. There's nothing past here. This is a complete dead end. Tucked in a little nook. Not missing an accidental secret other pathway. There's not an emitter in the middle of this walkway, is there? Maybe there is. Maybe it's one of those one-way emitters. It gets used once and then it's stuck on the other side. But not on this side. Here, this one's a dead end as well. That one just opens up the gate. And then, wasn't there a third one? Or was the third? I must have imagined it. I either imagined it or it's a one-way swap. And now I can't find it because it's not in this world. Just tiring. It's very tiring. I feel like I've walked every inch of this level so many times. And for what? What am I unlocking? What have I found here that I can use to move forward? The only things I've done are unlock more ways to get around in the level, but not. The one thing I did was unlock the gate in the other world. I did do that. That was a thing. Feel very proud that I did that. And then I found a bunch of stuff in that world, but I ultimately hit what I think felt like a dead end, which is not fun. There's a gondola up on this side. I think it does not lead to the place where we were. I think it leads to another part of the map that didn't really have a lot of purpose for me either. I think I'm going to call it. My voice is starting to give out. I'm starting to get drowsy. And twice in the last month or two, I've pushed myself to the point where I start to talk incoherently on stream if I get myself overexerted or overtired. And I really just don't want to get myself to that level. There's no reason I should be here, right? Okay. We'll figure it out next stream. We did see a lot in the first half. I feel like the second half, like, we solved for this one puzzle, and it took up the entire, like, second half of the stream. It's so frustrating. I'll take us back to Arizona, and we'll call it there. Using the one origin swapper we know. Wait, I'm definitely going the wrong way to get there, though. Damn it. It's not up. That's why. It's like across, which means I need to go around here. Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you all so much for joining me. Appreciate everybody who was here yesterday for In Stars in Time. That game is really fun, and the story has just been such a mystery. Maybe too much of a mystery, but I'm going to write it to the end and see how it goes, see if it was worth them keeping so many secrets from you until the bitter end. But yeah, I've enjoyed the ride so far. And abduction story is slow going, but that's only because I can't seem to figure out where the hell I'm going. I figure if I was more speedy at finding my way or understanding what I'm supposed to be doing next, you'd see more story develop. But that's just the nature of making me play a puzzle game. I blame Oz. All right. If you're watching on any place but the purple platform, your stream is ending now, and I will see you again in less than a week. Next Friday. I stream Fridays and Saturdays, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, when I'm on time. I'm sorry that I was late to stream tonight, but we got most of the way through a 5-hour stream. Sorry, I'm tapping out early like a wuss. If you're safe, fed, and loved, please make sure someone out there is too. I'll see you all soon. Don't forget to go find me on all my socials and do all the things that you do to support somebody who is doing content creation exclusively as their means of income. I super appreciate it. I hope that the runway that I've given myself is enough time to get popular enough to make the monies to support this household. We'll see how we do. All right. I'll see you guys soon. Go bother me in DMs. Love your faces. Bye. Give me my cursor.